Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode of the PICKAS podcast. My name is Joel Moran and I'm here with River Brown, Andrew Velez, and Mr. Joel Dehls. And on today's episode, we're going to be recapping NFL Week 3. The biggest storylines. The Ravens defense looking really bad. The Lions having a bounce back performance. I know Riv has a lot to say about the Green Bay Packers. Losing to the Cleveland Browns, a game that Dehls is claiming he half called because he said it was going to be close.
Did you?
I said it's going to be close.
I'm going to give him that call. He definitely threw the bad vibes out there, though.
And no way in hell was I going to take the Packers. But I said, this game's going to be ugly.
Yeah, no, that shit funny to me. Best team in the league. They might go undefeated. Week 3, lose to the fucking Browns. You really hate to see it. It truly is embarrassing. Couldn't happen to us, though. That's
Russell Wilson got benched. We're going to talk about that. And how we recorded this Monday, we wouldn't have had this news. But now we have two more topics added because of the Ravens-Lions game and Jackson Dart also starting. We're going to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles' big win and some in or out Week 3 overreaction statements along with our weekly awards. It's going to be a jam-packed show. Some NBA stuff happened today, but we're not going to get into it. Fred VanVleet tore his ACL.
Unfortunate.
Get well soon, Fred.
A lot of media days were today. The Knicks media day, the Nets media day.
Jason Tatum was doing rounds today on ESPN.
He was doing
yeah.
Don't rule out that he's coming back.
Don't
That's
rule
what he
out,
said.
man.
Yep, he's working real
I'm
hard
absolutely
in the gym.
ruling out that he's not going to play this year.
I think he's going to play.
I don't see why.
Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because he thinks the Celtics are going to be good.
The thing is, like, they'll probably be like an 8 or 9 seed.
It makes no sense, you know?
So, I don't know.
I saw media day, though. You know, Jordan Poole was like, now that he's on Looney's team, is a guy that can actually set screens. He hasn't had that in like 2 years.
He said that?
Yeah. He fucking fried the big
Shout out
man in
Jordan
Washington.
Even when he did have the screen setter, he didn't play so well when Golden State his last year, though.
He actually played well the last year of Golden State.
Just not the playoffs.
Playoffs are bad.
Yeah,
It's facts.
playoffs.
Playoffs were so bad, he got kicked off the team.
Yep.
Well,
got
I
benched.
think there's some other reasons, too. But.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't his fault that he got punched in the face.
Might have been.
True. You never know. You don't just get punched in the face like for no reason. More often than not.
You saw Zion.
Skinny.
No. I'm choosing not to talk about it because I've been on this side.
Because it happens every year.
It's just going to be a matter of if y'all don't want to stay on the side that y'all have been on. I'm not going to say who.
Ooh. Who was he talking about?
Could be anyone.
It could
I'm good
be
on
you.
the Zion side.
It might be me. I don't remember
I'm
half the
blaming
things I
you.
say. Okay.
It's your fault.
All right.
Why?
Just my intuition.
You know what? You take those odds every time.
Shit. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Now, Zion does look good, though, bro. I'm excited
It
for you.
excites me. I'm
excited for you.
really horned up.
I'm here with you
Really?
to watch. Maybe not here, but like to watch.
because the Pool's on the team.
Pool fears, man. I'm gonna watch.
It's going to be the funnest 34-win team in quite some time.
34.
He's the guy
that's a
that's
lot.
It's a Pelicans dig, and it's right.
34 wins is that's a W season.
It's
I'll
a
be
dig, and
honest.
I get it. Now the Pelicans team without Zion too specifically, I mean it's unwatchable.
Yeah. I mean, got some cool players up there.
No, I'm excited. I'm really excited. Pull back and a good team too.
Herb, Trey.
For
Healthy.
sure. I mean, we've known that, huh?
He tried to sneak
Really quick sneaking in.
Yeah, man. The Pelicans. I don't know. Did you see what Joe Dumars said?
I did. I saw that quote. Yeah.
He was
About
like,
the playoff mandate.
"Yeah, we don't need to make the playoffs after trading their top pick."
Oh my God.
He's already setting it.
Yeah,
in
that's
stone.
a fine on the way.
Yeah.
They have no idea what they're doing.
No clue.
no
clue.
plan. They haven't had a plan in 4 or 5 years.
Been a while.
Yeah.
It's pretty much cooked for them. They're calling your boy C.J. Stroud Michael Carter-Williams.
Who's they? You?
That was
internet.
hilarious.
No,
Oh,
they.
yeah, I
The
did see
internet.
that.
The
Yeah.
internet. Yeah, Twitter made some
They
news about him.
got it.
They're
'cause
calling
I
him
cried.
Rookie year Tyreek Evans.
MC
Oh God, here they go.
Tyreek Evans was special.
He was. No,
Tyreek
so was
Evans
CJ.
was special.
See what CJ was MVP talks.
It's been dark because he had a chance to win that game. And he threw an interception. That shit.
Hey, bro,
They
just
had
keep your head
multiple
up.
times.
Keep
bro.
going.
Oh, God. Yeah, who'd you rather have now, Caleb or CJ?
Caleb has one good game.
Kind of cooking.
That's
Yeah.
not even true.
He was fine
like right
against
now,
Dallas.
like,
Last
good game?
17 games, he has 25 touchdowns to like 4 picks.
I'm talking about this year.
Oh, this year?
Yeah, I was just
He's
talking
been
about
good in every game.
His sacks has been his issue.
Lions game's a drag. You're
Lions
dragging
game,
that. You're
he was
dragging
Vikings
that.
game. He
There's
was
no
good for a
saying
half.
No,
he's
their
good.
defense let up that
I
many
mean, he
points.
scored 21 points.
He had no turnovers, did he? He had no turnovers.
we're doing that?
Never been his problem though.
We're doing
It's been
that?
sacks. He didn't take
Is
sacks.
that what we're
this
doing? Your
Dallas game.
Mr. Sacks are just as bad
No,
as
that's
an
a big
INT.
thing. But I don't think that in any game this year, Caleb has been bad. He's
The
been
Kinda like
Vikings,
Lamar
the
yesterday,
Viking
you know?
game outside of the first quarter, he's pretty bad.
The Viking game,
He was pretty bad.
He was like so great though in the first half.
He was awesome in the
so
first
great.
half.
That was the most fraudulent 10 for 10 in the history of football.
Because after that, shit
I
got
don't know.
dark.
I've seen some Bo Nicks 10 for 10.
That's fair because that 10 for 10 was fraudulent. Look at it because it was. I'm not even gonna joke.
Hey, Bo
He
Nix,
got it.
man. Bo Nix.
Yo, let's just go on to the first topic.
Fuck the first topic. Let's talk about Green Bay.
Okay.
No, listen, we have
No,
to
no, no,
talk.
hold on.
This is what we have to talk about first.
No,
This is what we have to talk about first. Because Riv wants to go straight into the show, but we have to plug our sponsor.
No, I want to ask you a question.
We do have to.
Splash.
I just want to ask him a question.
How do you think we're gonna pay for these lights, man?
Okay, Splash Sports.
Splash Sports is
Splash
cooking.
Sports. If you pick the Green Bay Packers this week, God bless you.
A lot of y'all in Survivor picked
I was
Green
gonna say,
Bay. I was happy
You're
about
no
that.
longer in our Survivor pick pool. Woo.
Now, here's the thing about Splash Sports. They have this new game. It's called Quick Picks. So they have the contest where you can enter in a contest. And right now, we have our NFL Week 4 Pick'em contest, $5 entry, up to $2,000 in prizes. And oh, by the way, we're going to have that NBA 2K giveaway for you guys soon and announce the winners. Right now, we have the names. We're just trying to find out their emails so we can reach out to them individually.
Yep.
But we already know who won.
Yes, we do.
But yes, you can join our Week 4 Pick'em contest out now on Splash. Last week, over 440 entries into the contest. We filled it up. The week before, it was 200.
That's what we do, fill it
keep
up.
on moving up. You guys have been showing out. But now you guys can use our code and play on Splash Sports as well. And, they give us a little bit more money if you use our code too. So if you use our code, we get some more money.
You know what that code is? PICKAS.
PICKAS. PICKAS.
AS.
Did we get to choose the code?
No.
Okay.
It would have just been PAS if I.
Yeah,
got to
no,
choose
for
the
sure.
code.
That's what I was wondering.
It's
Ass.
easier.
There's something about PICKAS that's sitting right with me, though.
Okay.
I like
For
it.
sure,
Remember.
for sure.
And here's the thing: is this past week we gave you guys quick picks and we were wrong on it. It's unfortunate.
We is nuts.
Mostly
I was
me.
going to say,
Yeah,
it was not we.
We is nuts.
I'm going to take credit for all the L's because I'm the one that's making the quick picks.
Remind me what
And-
the picks were this past week.
Okay, this
Remind
past
me,
week
too.
it was Drake May Moore and it was Kenneth Walker Moore.
Oh.
Kenneth Walker
He
is
was
the one who.
inefficient, and they also threw
Yes,
him out.
Kenneth Walker had a great fantasy game, but he just didn't have more than his total rushing and receiving. But Drake May did. And I didn't publicize this, but yesterday for Monday Night Football, I took more on Gibbs and I took less on the King, Derrick Henry, because he hasn't been looking like the King. He's been looking like more like a prince recently. The fumble's been looking like very
Fumbles are
peasant.
scary.
I took
Peasantly.
more on Gibbs receptions.
Yes. So Jahmyr Gibbs, that cashed for me last night. But for this upcoming week, Thursday Night Football, we have the Seahawks and the Cardinals.
Okay.
And Joel's quick pick, Brandon has picked aside quick picks because we lose as a team. We lose as a team together. It's Sam
Legally, I'm not
Darnold.
involved, but sure.
Sam Darnold more than 231 and a half passing and rushing yards.
Okay.
Okay.
Got the
Against
Cardinals
a-
Thursday Night Football.
Yes,
Big
weekend
game.
Cardinals defense. Sam Darnold, number 1 graded quarterback on PFF right now. Some
PFF,
people try
man.
to say
I
he
really
was
don't like
ass.
PFF. I really don't like
What do you
PFF.
want to use EPA per play? You want to use
No,
PVR?
I just think PFF. I've been doing a lot this week. I've been doing a lot. I've been doing a lot of research, and what I've come to notice with PFF grades, they're fraudulent. They lie. A lot.
PFF's
They're not perfect.
Yeah,
It's
they're,
far
they're
from.
very
What's
sporadic.
fraudulent about it?
Just where some people was ranked,
Bo Nix
how some
last.
people are higher.
He's the worst quarterback
That's
in football.
definitely not why I'm saying
No,
it.
no,
Bottom 10.
the worst.
Bottom 10.
I can hear you on that.
So second worst.
Worst.
Who's
Aaron
that?
Rodgers.
I believe it.
That I believe.
PFF locked in. We're back.
What's going on with your boy?
Don't disrespect my guy like that.
Oh man, yo, statement game
But
after
here's
that
the
first
thing.
game. We ain't see nothing to
If Jackson, who is he comes on my show.
Shout out Jackson.
He used
Shout
to
out
be
Jackson.
a PFF analyst.
Mr.
He
McIntyre.
told me that PFF grades, when PFF started, they publicized the grades and people use them as holy grail, but the grades they're flawed. It's not that the data's flawed, it's the grade is flawed because, for example, if a quarterback fumbles, that can lower their grade a lot because the total offensive grade is on 3 things for a quarterback: passing, rushing, and fumbling. And certain grades can drag it down. So if a quarterback has a lot of big time throws, but let's say they fumbled once or twice, it's going to affect it. So the grade might not be as high for them when they accumulated all the stats together. So the total grade is just an accumulation of all the stats together. But there are some very useful things like turnover-worthy plays. It doesn't show up on a box score, but that's how many times a quarterback put the ball in harm's way. It might have not been capitalized on. Big-time throws. How many throws has a quarterback made that have been 20-plus yards down the field?
There's objective stats that they have, like turnover-worthy plays
time
and
to
big-time throw. And then they have
sack ratio.
subjective grades that is more formula, and, there's not really any precise number to back it up, but just like Sam Darnold had the best grade of the week and Bo Nix had the worst, and it's not as it's not as
because Sam Darnold probably had the best grade because he hasn't put the ball in harm's way. He's made big time throws. He made some beautiful throws to JSN. He made one where he was bracketed by a corner in the safety and he like laid it right in the basket for JSN. So he's been playing some really good football.
6 quarters.
I have Darnold 231.5 passing plus rushing yards more than that. And then I have Trey Benson less than 86.5 rushing and receiving.
I like that.
86, that's a high number.
That's the two that I'm going with. And if you guys want to go with it as well, you guys can go on Splash Sports and use code PICKAS. Get a $50 deposit match. And also join our week 4 pick'em. And we were having a dilemma before the show started about pick'em.
Would you call it a dilemma, Drew?
It's not a dilemma. There's no dilemma because there should be an answer because it's what we decided before the season started. And I'm going to allow this time, pause the video after I finish the statement. What did we decide would be the final verdict of our record? You, the fans, go ahead, pause it. Go leave your comment right now. Thank you very much. All right, we're back. You know what it was. It was whatever was in the app in Splash Sports. Shout out to Splash Sports. Use code PICKAS. Was final. So what do these numbnut dummies do?
Whoa.
They mess up and splash. And now what do they want to do? It's the show. We got to do whatever the show says. But we have one guy who doesn't put a pick in. We have another guy who's incapable of picking the right team. And we have another guy here who shocked me. He messed up last year. Didn't mess up once. But it's week 3 and we already have a blemish. So what does he want to say now? Oh, it's whatever I say on the show. Have some dignity in the comment section. Do us a favor. Let us know what it is. I've been terrible. I accept that. I acknowledge that.
Should we show them the record? Because they might not know.
Pop it on the screen right here.
They might not know. Okay.
There it is.
The record is abysmal.
Bow, bang. I've been terrible. So you know what? 9 wins to 8 wins? Yeah, that matters. That matters because everyone matters to Andrew right now.
Like
but I'll
bottom
tell you
5
this.
QB in the league.
I'll tell you this right now. If you're on Team Andrew, I promise we're turning this around. We're turning this around. You're gonna be grateful that you decided to hop on this ship now.
We should do a poll. Who's gonna win the pick'em?
Because when it's all said and done,
getting? What percent?
When it's all said and done, you're gonna be grateful that you were on this ride. Trust me.
You're plus 2,000 right now.
Plus 2,000.
That's
plus
generous.
2,000.
Generous at plus 10,000.
I've been in such a bad slump right now. It's been really sad. And Joel, I want to apologize to you, bro, because when you said if my games ended in the 4th quarter, I would be in first place, and I laughed at you. I said, well, that's kind of not how things work. I hear where you come from, bro. I really do.
It's a real
to my
thing.
core. To my core, because there's been a lot of games that have swung in the last 5 minutes of each of these games, and it leaves a pit in my stomach.
The witching hour.
That witching hour
was
hit
nuts.
like crack this weekend.
Right now,
Green Bay selling, the Rams selling, the Broncos selling. I could not believe what I was watching, bro.
Because what Drew is basically saying is that he doesn't regret any of his picks.
I don't.
Because he's like, they were so close.
The only one I regret is Giants week 1. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
No, but it'd be like that. But this is what we need you guys to do. So we need to figure out how we're going to do this record-wise. Right?
Joel, I don't think we're figuring anything.
Thank you for having dignity, Joel. Like, honestly, I don't want to say I'm surprised, but I am low-key.
I feel like mine's the fans should decide on mine.
We need to fill them in on what happened. Drew did a good job at it, but he did it in a real
biased
aggressive way because
I loved it.
He wants to be a little bit closer to us.
I got a little horny.
I'm going to be honest.
So
yes.
This is what happened because Dehls picked the Patriots, but he picked the Steelers on the show and he picked the Steelers on the Pick'em short form content. Riv didn't make a pick for Thursday Night Football at all. He didn't pick nobody. He didn't pick the Bills. He didn't pick the Dolphins.
It should be nothing. That's all I'm saying.
And then for me, I picked the Steelers like Dehls on the show and on the short form content. But I managed 2 accounts on Splash. And on the account that we made the pick'ems on the show, I picked the Steelers. But like Dehls said earlier, sometimes at the beginning of the week, like today's Tuesday, you check the pick'ems and you make some quick picks right then and there to get a gauge for it. That was on my other account. And I never touched it again after that. So that's why I have that out. So basically, the only person affected by this is Drew. Because
100%. And I acknowledge that.
If Dehls gets the win for picking the Steelers on the show, if I get the win for that too, and Riv gets the win for, he was obviously going to pick the Bills, then me and Riv are still tied either way in the win column. Dehls is one spot closer to us. And third. Drew is unaffected because he's been doing it the right way. And what I've been doing,
right way or the wrong way, I don't know.
I've been saying, I've been being honorable.
That was low.
I was being honorable because I said, listen, when I come in here and I make my picks, I'm dead serious. I'm talking to the people, and I'm making sure that what I'm saying the people have faith in. So when I say I got the Steelers over the Patriots, that's my pick, because what I say on the show is what's on the show. That's what I said. Because if I say a team's going to win and maybe somebody wants to take my advice, because I do have a 70% win percentage right now.
Right now, without that win,
maybe it's 68. Maybe it's 68.
All right, continue.
I have a good win percentage right now.
I'm hating. So yes, good job.
Then they're saying, okay, I'm going to take his picks because that's what he's saying. Not that I'm going to say something on the show and then on the app, I'm just switching everything before the game starts, because whatever I say on the show, I'm riding with the entire way. I'm not changing nothing. So the fact that I said it on the show, on the pick'em and on the short form content, I do feel like I should just count what's on the show. There's enough evidence for me.
No, it's just like
enough evidence. I get that.
No, I would hear you. I get where you're coming from.
He made a strong, compelling argument.
If we didn't agree to this 4 weeks ago,
he's not budging.
He's not. I don't. Listen, I'll find whatever's in the apps in the app. But if the fans say no, give him the wins. I'll take the win. I'm not going to be mad.
Here's also the thing. I have the utmost faith in them. One thing about these guys that I know for a concrete fact.
Okay.
They stick to their convictions.
A lot of faith.
Yeah.
How much
when a standard is laid
on the clock, Dehls?
19 minutes.
Okay, cool. It's been a long intro. But yeah, I mean, you trust what they say. Then 100%. You trust that they're going to make the right decision.
100%.
There we go.
Okay.
Fan time.
We'll see what the top comment is.
Let's see.
Yeah. I'm hoping that they give me the win.
I didn't see you post a lot this weekend.
Where? On Twitter?
On Instagram.
On Instagram?
Yeah.
Didn't have 15 stories up today?
No, I only see 2. We'll be back.
Yeah,
like, we'll get better.
He had Mahomes one up yesterday.
He did, and that was funny.
It was a great picture. It was high quality. Why shouldn't I give the photographer some credit for that? Some love.
Interesting.
He
went, I think it went
picture.
Mahomes, Packers, then Packers lost, then Mahomes again. Yeah.
But I did put up a story, Riv, about how Packers lose and everybody wants me to go back to the Jets, and some funny comments like, you're going to switch to the Browns now? And it's hell no. I mean, because when I stay loyal, I'm loyal. When I pick a team, I'm ride or die.
For a certain amount of time.
Until the wheels fall off.
Maybe not the wheels.
For 15 years. If it's 15 years of misery, I might have to reconsider for my mental sanity. But when I make a decision and I say I'm riding with one team and I'm riding with this G, I'm riding with it. It's Green Bay all the way. And I know you had a lot to say about the game, so you can go ahead and say it. What do you got to say about the Packers?
I'm just curious as your thoughts of what happened. I watched, I think his name is Rashad Walker, say he could see this team seeing this team go undefeated. McKinney was talking about how the energy in there is different. Joel was texting me week 1, talking about that's supposed to beat us like this, and now you're losing to the Browns. So I'm trying to figure out what happened. I want to know your energy, because you too, actually, I would love to know your energy, because we were so quick to crown Green Bay after they beat Detroit, after they beat, who was it week 2? Who was it week 2?
Commanders.
The Commanders. We were so easy to crown them. Now that they lose a game to the Browns, which you have called it, you said it's going to be a nasty one.
I like the half call. That's moving me.
I'm going to say, 10-point spread, I'll take a half call.
This could be a nasty game, and it became a nasty game. I'm just trying to see where the temp is for Green Bay. Where's the energy shifting? That's all I'm trying to figure out.
It's pretty simple. The offensive line got dominated.
Oh, shocking.
5 of the Packers' worst offensive players that graded out, according to PFF, were on the offensive line. Rasheed Walker was actually the worst graded offensive lineman.
Tough look.
And Myles Garrett completely dominated that matchup. I mean, they tried to triple team him. They tried to double team him multiple times. The difference between the Browns this year and the Browns last year, when you also have to understand that 2 years ago, this team won 12 games because of their defense. Last year, they played around to begin the season because they trotted out Deshaun Watson, and that was a waste of time for them. Joe Flacco stabilizes the offense at least somewhat better than Deshaun Watson did. But neither here or there. This defense is so much better because last year they didn't have a defensive tackle that finished in the top 25 in pass rush win rate. This year they have two, Malik Collins and Mason Graham. So those single coverages that they're getting now, they're taking advantage of it. The gravity that Myles Garrett provides on defense, this defensive line is able to take advantage of it now. This Cleveland Browns defense shut down the Bengals offense. For most of the Ravens game, shut down their offense too. The score was very misleading for how that game went. And for Green Bay, it was much of the same. And their offensive line injuries caught up with them, where Zach Tom went out. He didn't play in this game. Aaron Banks left with an injury in this game. They were starting two backups, and Elton Jenkins, who was once one of the better interior linemen in the league, he's been awful this year. So when Jordan Love is pressure on 45% of his dropbacks.
Run, Jordan!
That was funny. When they can't really run the ball, when you also have Jaden Reed injured and Christian Watson is also hurt, and he hasn't played this year yet. To be fair, they haven't had him. It was an ugly game, and the Browns up front dominated to the point where the Packers couldn't get anything going offensively. I thought the defense was fine, and even with that ugly of a game, they were a field goal block away from winning the game because the
it's
Browns
not something to hold your hat on.
I know, but the Browns got so much interior pressure that they forced that block, and then
reminds me of another team, man.
They scooped it up near the 50. And the Browns finished the job. And I think the Browns, maybe we have to give them more credit than discrediting the Green Bay Packers.
You know what? There's a beauty in that. There's a beauty in what he's saying because it's got to get to a point where we don't criticize.
Okay, yeah, I like this angle.
We start to praise the other side.
I like where this is going.
When the Cowboys almost
beat
the Eagles, nobody said the Eagles suck. They said
Cowboys are
the Cowboys
not the
might be better than we think.
Exactly.
Cowboys
And honestly, Joel, I like this. I like this. I want to hold on to this and bottle this up for maybe something later in the show. So I like where this has come from. I'm not going to be the guy that tells you Jordan Love threw one of the more untimely picks of the weekend. I'm not going to do that. It was pretty untimely. It is what it is. But you know what I will say?
What's that?
Credit to that fucking Browns defense because they were the ones that intercepted that ball and gave that offense an opportunity to go ahead and maybe tie that game. A lot of opportunities were seized by that Cleveland Browns defense.
Some teams just can't win ugly. Some teams can't win like that. That's just the unfortunate truth. Some teams, they need everything to go perfect for them to win. Some teams don't have championship pedigree. Some teams can't be in a grind war like that and come out with a W. Only certain guys could do it. Only certain teams could do it, and the teams that do it win championships.
Yeah.
The teams that don't do it, well,
your first round exits
lose to teams that do it. So,
it's going to be a long season, Rev.
I've been here.
So what's your thoughts on the Packers? Are they frauds? Are they done?
And by the way, Rev, before you answer that question,
do your thing, brother. I'm just here.
The Green Bay Packers had 14 penalties in week 3.
Sounds undisciplined.
The last time they had that many penalties in the game was week 3 of the 2010 season.
I knew it! Oh, I knew it!
You want to tell me what happened that year?
They won the Super Bowl?
They did.
I knew it.
So this is all tracking back to the Super Bowl.
This is not the Packers team that we're going to see all year. They're going to get healthier on the offensive line. Yeah. They're getting receivers back. Yeah. And 14 penalties, it took away a lot of chunk gains from them.
Sure.
Bro, you're trolling. It was actually week 3, 2010.
Yeah.
That's actually
I'm going to be honest with you.
I think against Washington.
It's getting to the point where I'm getting spooked. Jordan Love, 27.
Yeah.
27 should
the Packers getting an elite defensive player.
Yeah. And you know that 27 wasn't just Favre and Rodgers.
You're telling me Bart Starr was 27?
Yes.
I'm going to be honest.
It's in the stars.
I'm starting to throw away all analysis. Packers are doing it.
I felt that
because this is getting weird.
Yo, it would move me if they didn't have to see us. I swear it would move me.
I agree.
Like if it would move the hell out of me.
Because after last week, the Rams kind of depleted me, man.
They still got to see the Rams.
Trust me, I'm not worried about them. I'm not. It's a solely the NFC Championship game is what we saw in week 3.
I mean, yeah, bro.
That's the NFC Championship.
I think all 3 of those teams are in the same tier.
That offense is It's spooky.
The Packers?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
spooky in a bad way.
Their offensive line is going through injuries. Zach Tom went out, I think, first play. He re-aggravated his groin. They're dealing with offensive line injuries. You mentioned some of the receiver injuries, too. We could talk about the Packers. We talk about being frauds. I mean, if you want to, I don't think that's a takeaway. The big takeaway for me in this game is Cleveland has the best defense in football. Like they shut down Joe Burrow on the Bengals week 1. They do that. They didn't shut down the Ravens in week 2, but they shut down Derrick Henry. And then in week 3, they shut down the Packers. Like, you can't find a harder 3-game stretch than that in the NFL. And they did basically as good as you can against 3 of the best offenses in the league. So the Packers is an ugly loss. It's a terrible loss. There's no way you should lose that game. But I'm coming out of it saying, like, damn, like, the Browns should be the one looking for a damn quarterback, because if you get some competent quarterback play that could complement your defense,
they should trade for
you don't have, the Bengals are out of it. I know the Steelers are 2-1. They could be 0-3. I'm not moving with the Steelers at all. They could be the second best team in this division. They can make a wild card. That's how good this defense is.
I think we've always talked about Cleveland like needing a quarterback.
For sure.
Even when they brought in Deshaun, it was like, all right, you got an elite defense, or at least a great defense. There's a lot of talent. You know, you bring in a quarterback that's supposed to be like a top 7 dude. This could change some things. And obviously, Deshaun didn't pan out the way you wanted him to. And Joe Flacco's been a steady, like you mentioned, just somebody who's just...
He's just been better than Deshaun.
Yeah, better than what you've been given, which is complete and terrible quarterback play. And Flacco's not the greatest. He's like 42. He's doing the best he can. But yeah, if you bring a quarterback in there, for sure.
Because the rest is up there. Like, Judkins looks like a star. You have 2 tight ends in Harold Fannin, who I think is going to be a star, and Njoku. And you have receivers in Judy and Cedric Tillman. Like, this team has the talent. It's just obviously quarterbacks to hold you back.
And I think the Browns, they could finish as high as second in the division this year. Based on how the Bengals are trending, we'll see what happens with the Steelers, because they just find ways to win games. The Patriots game was a perfect example of that, where they forced 5 turnovers.
One of the skin of damn teeth.
Bro. It was 18 penalties.
They keep doing that.
The Packers had in 2010. That was the most they had in history, in the franchise history. And they faced the Chicago Bears. It was the 2010 season, though. I just think that the Packers got their butts kicked, and this was a wake-up call. And I love what my coach said when he came up on a presser, and Matt LaFleur basically said that, it pisses me off when a player comes out and talks about the future. We're just worried about this week. What's going on this week? Let's not talk because Rasheed Walker came out and said he thinks they could go undefeated. And LaFleur is like, just focus on doing your job and getting better every day, and focusing week to week on what you have to do and what your job is.
You believe in that quote?
I do believe in that quote for a football team, absolutely.
Wait, but you believe in that quote? Like, don't worry about the future. You believe in that quote?
For the players, yeah, I think they don't need to be looking at week 18 and they have to worry about their opponent this week. Okay, that's it.
I like that. That's a cute little.
And Matt LaFleur.
He's a great coach.
That's a great coach, and he's lighting a fire under this team.
Some teams, they need an ass kicking to get the wake-up call. Other teams do it in the same game.
You get your ass kicked in-game,
and realize we like that, and then we just do what we do. You know what I'm saying? Against a much better opponent. That's just...
Even with this loss, it's not like the Packers haven't already proven something this year.
What they prove?
Because they proved they can beat 2 top-end NFC teams. They did that. The major knock on them coming into this year was, can they beat a team that's over 500? Can they win a division game? They waxed the Lions week 1, and the Lions have done nothing but look exceptional since that game. So that looks even better for the Packers, them winning in that fashion. And then they beat Washington.
Are they home team merchants?
Maybe.
First game on the road, so there's a possibility.
First week, no coach, like new coaches, new offensive line.
I just think there's not going to be many defensive lines that are as good as the Browns' defensive line. There are going to be very few that they face in the future. And it made it unbearable to play and to call any offensive plays. 7 players on the Browns had a pressure percentage of 17% or better. 6 of them had a pressure percentage of 20% or better. Everybody was dominating the Packers front. It was one of the worst offensive line games that we've seen in some memory. They got beat up front, and Packers, that's what matters.
The Browns so far in the season have 56 pressures. That's 3 games, 14 sacks. This game, you mentioned Jordan Love sacked 5 times. Most of his career, pressured on 42% of his dropbacks. Most of his career, you mentioned Malik Collins. He has 10 pressures on the season. We know Myles Garrett right now looks like the best defender in football. And Isaiah McGuire, too, has 11 pressures. It's been beyond Myles Garrett. This defense is elite. And it's going to be, they play Detroit this upcoming week. We'll see, because Detroit looks like they're unstoppable right now. But every single week we're going to go into and be like, oh, it's the Browns. They can't move on offense. But the defense is going to keep them in every single game. And if they get a blocked kick at the end, because it's probably going to be a one-score game, they could, I'm not saying they're going to win 12 games like they did a couple years ago, but they're going to be so scrappy and tough.
I just wish we got to see Myles Garrett on the big stage more. I think that's the one thing that's like aggravating, because him being in Cleveland, him giving that money, I think Cleveland, there's still a time away to make the playoffs. But it's just tough because you want to see Myles Garrett on Sunday night, prime time games, playoff time. And it's just, unfortunately, he plays for the Cleveland Browns.
Listen, it's unfortunate.
Get Tua to Cleveland.
Get Tua to Cleveland?
Get Tua to Cleveland.
Well, it's not unfortunate. He's making 100 M's.
November, December, Cleveland.
You're not wrong. But you know what? There's something about being in that environment. It toughens you up naturally.
But he already got the Miami.
But you know what? That would also move me if he was like, you know what? I want to go to Cleveland. I want to be in
Nobody
the cold.
wants to go to Cleveland.
No,
exactly.
And also, they're just not. They can't pay for him.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Huh?
They can't pay for him right now. They're paying Deshaun.
That's a good point.
They didn't shop for Deshaun.
Maybe Miami's like, pay 80% of his contract or some shit, but they're not doing that.
You know, we shut that down real quick. But they actually should have done no jokes.
Next week?
They should have been one of the guys to get Daniel Jones. Like, Daniel Jones was right there for the taking.
They love Joe Flacco.
What was your question to him?
I just wanted to see who he played because he told us they'll be undefeated by the time they play us. So that's cap. So I'm trying to figure out.
Packers?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who they play next week.
Well, it's over now.
Oh no, we knew that.
They play the Cowboys.
Dallas, Sunday night football.
No CD.
Mike is back.
Potential. He said he could go.
CD's no way.
CD's not playing next week.
He said he could.
Probably could.
Their next three is against Dallas on the road. Then they play the Bengals. Then they play Arizona on the road.
A lot of cakewalks.
Should be.
Then what is it? Week 10 you come? We head over to
sticky ass.
Lambeau?
Week 8, I think.
Week 8?
It's week 8.
Okay. I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
In Lambeau, right?
Yeah, they need it.
Of course.
But
they need the home game.
Letting you know
that
regardless of the result of that game, January is what matters.
I know that.
Yeah, that doesn't.
I know that too. Okay. Why wouldn't I know that?
As a Green Bay fan, brother.
Is he prepping for a loss?
6 weeks in advance, right? Like,
I mean, listen.
January.
We saw the Saints beat the brakes off the Bucs twice in the regular season, and then Tom Brady beat.
You haven't had that same luck.
It happened
in the NFC. You haven't had that same luck.
There hasn't been 2 losses more embarrassing than those, though.
Fair, I'll give you that.
Because those were time 3 times.
Those were ass whooping. No, is it
to beat a team 3 times? Same season.
Oh yeah. You know Unfortunately, we played them 3 times. We'd have beat them.
If the Eagles beat them week 8, that'd be the 3rd time in a row they beat them.
Yeah.
True.
It's hard to beat a team 4 times in a row if you play.
It's hard to beat a team 3 times, 4 times. Yeah. No. I mean, you guys are in Lambeau, so you'll have the home field advantage. You need it.
I think right now, what I'm worried about right now is just the offensive line and the injuries. That's it. They're not going to face the Browns defensive front every week, but it's a lot of young players on it.
Yeah.
Jordan Morgan is a second-year player. His first year with real notable snaps. Anthony Belton. Those are 2 really young players starting on the offensive line. And the interception that Jordan Love threw, it was a great play by Grant Delpit. Also, Jordan Love doesn't throw that in that situation. But
bad decision.
What was happening throughout the game is that the Packers couldn't call any longer developing plays because Love's average time to pressure was 1.99 seconds. Throughout the game, they were incorporating a lot of quick game, and that's how they were able to get the ball down the field. And the 14 penalty stalled a lot of those offensive drives, but those passes were working. The interception, Grant Delpit is in a zone guarding Tucker Kraft, and Tucker Kraft hits a slant, and Jordan Love is reading what Grant Delpit is doing. If he follows Tucker Kraft, he's throwing it to Wicks on the outside because he's one-on-one. If he doesn't, if he stays with the Wicks route, he throws it to Tucker Kraft. Delpit baited him. Delpit really looked like he was going to Tucker Kraft and then changed his body direction and was able to get that pick. It was an excellent play by him. And that is a similar interception to what we saw Tua have on the Thursday Night Football game where it's a quick game concept.
Look at the smile on his face.
You have to trust the design and the spacing of the offense.
I have to get heat off Jordan. Jordan gagged it. Let's go to another guy who gagged it.
Jordan 2 on the same second.
He made sure to watch that clip like 5 times. Yeah.
Let's go and target
a lot of those quick game concepts. If you guess the wrong way, or for a defender guesses right, because Delpit gambled in that situation, you can get rewarded with a pick. And a lot of quick game concepts, when they're not married with other intermediate stuff, the defenders are keying in on it. The defenders know that they don't have to guard for 3 seconds long, so they know nothing intermediate or longer developing is coming, so they can sit on those routes. So, it was an unfortunate pick in that situation, and I wish he didn't throw that ball, but
I get it.
He'll learn.
You wish you won the game.
Nah, we needed this.
I don't think you did.
We needed this. They needed to get their asses kicked a little
by
bit.
the Browns.
I don't think so.
I don't think
the
the ass
Packers,
kicking by
after
the
week 2,
Browns.
the Packers were rolling.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
This.
I feel this because they're probably feeling way too high and mighty after smoking Detroit.
Rasheed Walker just said he was gonna go undefeated.
Exactly,
They needed this humbling.
Shut up.
I don't think a humbling by the
I'm
Browns.
proud of myself.
Be quiet, lock in, realize, we haven't accomplished anything.
I feel like if we would have lost, that would have been a humbling experience.
100%.
That's a real one.
But I'll be honest, you guys were humbled mid-game.
Yeah,
you guys
I
were getting
I'm
embarrassed.
just, you know what I'm saying? Like, losing to the Browns, this ain't humbling. It's just what the fuck are we doing?
What do you mean? It's the most humbling. You're losing to a team you were heavily favored against.
It's true.
That is the most humbling.
It's true.
If you lose to the Rams, it's like, the Rams are also an awesome team.
Yeah, but that's the team you thinking like, we got to see them. They just whipped our ass. We're like, damn. How we gonna feel going up against the next time? You know what I'm saying? Cleveland, you ain't gonna never see them again.
If you lose,
you actually probably walk in that game on some chill shit.
If you lose against the Browns, how the hell do you feel like you're gonna beat any of the top teams?
It's true.
Because if you playing the Browns, you probably not even playing 100%. You probably walk in there like this is a snooze fest.
Yeah,
it's
and that's why
one.
it was humbling because they clearly cannot close.
He's right.
by.
Because also I feel where he's come from because a couple years back when you guys went up against the Niners and they absolutely whipped your ass, it wasn't more so a humbling experience. It was more so a realization of, man, we are not on their level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that's a great team.
Exactly what I'm saying. Going up against a great team, if you respond while you're in that game and at least you make it a dogfight, that's different than just getting straight embarrassed.
Yeah.
In this one, it was a game that the Packers obviously thought we should win. We should walk out of here. We're 3-0. They were talking crazy before the game. They lost. I'm with Joel. This is one of those they realize it's the NFL. You can't just go into every week thinking that we're going to go and win.
Shit. That's really early. Week 3.
I agree. I agree.
Experience.
But you get Micah Parsons.
You last year. Kirk Cousins gamed you last year.
And we won the bowl.
Okay, but
don't bring up nothing
a quarterback that got benched gamed you. No. You're using the benefit of hindsight, though.
Of course.
But you guys lost in an embarrassing fashion on primetime as well and still won the whole thing. So it should go to show you shouldn't overreact in this sort of way.
I didn't overreact.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
To the Packers?
Yeah.
I think he's just
throwing salt in the wound. Exactly.
I would do too.
I'm with him though. I've stayed consistent. I don't love this offense. Against high-level defenses, I have my concerns. I still believe in Jordan. I still understand Josh Jacobs, one of the best backs in the league, especially because of the opportunity that he gets. You want to talk about the real opportunity guy, might be Josh Jacobs.
He was elite last year, even with the opportunity.
However, it's just really the offense that we have our reservations about, with the offensive line now being banged up, Jordan Love in these high-level situations.
If you
they don't have an elite receiver.
And they don't have a guy.
If you're telling me that this is your Atlanta game, that means you're telling me you gonna win the rest of the games for the year, basically.
Essentially, is what you're saying.
No, you did it. You brought it up.
I do think the Packers are gonna bounce back in a major way.
Games.
No, this is his Atlanta game. So being that this is the Atlanta game, we went damn near undefeated for the year.
You lost one game rest of the season,
and we I think 2 games.
Post bye, you lost no games.
No, we lost to the Commanders.
Without Hurts.
Yes.
You're right.
And then we lost to, I think we didn't play. We
lost
played like Kenny
Bucks.
Pickett.
Yeah. You lost to the Bucks and you lost to
No, the Bucks was before the Bucks.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So if this year, go on a run.
You lost 3 games last year, man.
I mean, you saw the next 3 games. They should go on a run.
Yeah, go on a run.
They should be 3-0.
Those 3, you get heated up, then you play us.
I still feel great.
You should.
You should
absolutely.
I still feel great.
You should.
I still feel great.
I just have my concerns with the offense.
Just worried about Jordan Love in big moments.
Oh.
It seems like that's a trend for these quarterbacks in the 8 to 15 range.
No, it seemed like that's a trend for these NFC contenders outside of 2.
Wow.
They're quarterbacks in big moments. I'm saying just based off what you said. I'm not saying I agree or disagree. But when you look at these other teams, right? Just Detroit, you don't trust Goff. No. Outside of a dome, you don't. You just
I don't trust him in a dome.
You just mentioned Jordan Love. Big time situations, but Staffy you trust. Yeah, it hurts.
You trust.
Big time moments.
And I thought Jaden in there too because he was very clutch.
I don't think they're gonna get that far this year. You know, so I'm speaking more to his 4 teams. You know what I'm saying?
I think the elephant in the room is are the Packers still Dehls' NFC's best team?
I'm glad you asked. You know what, Joel? I'm glad you asked that.
Now it's the Eagles.
This guy, I know. Yo,
Joel, you're good, man.
They're all the same tier still.
You're good.
Drew, what did I say?
Of course.
I said after this, if we beat the Rams, and even if Green Bay would have won, he was going to put the Eagles back at
100%.
He's picked his side multiple times.
We don't know what
really
side.
Crazy. He ducks and dodges underneath.
Well, I don't
can't
think the Eagles are going to go back to the Super Bowl. I don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl. But like week to week power rankings, that could shift easily.
It's because he doesn't think that's
a good point.
He's going with the analytics.
That's a good point.
He's going with the analytics.
I'd say you're not going back.
So right now the Eagles are the NFC's best.
I'll take the field.
You're taking the field?
He's a sicko, bro.
You did that last year with the Chiefs.
Realistically,
You did that last year with the Chiefs.
Realistically, the field is the Rams and the Packers.
That's
It's not much of a field.
That's it. Dehls, man, be better.
Maybe the Lions. No, the Lions too. I don't want to.
We played them this year.
Detroit.
Yeah, we played them this year.
I think it'd be.
Play the NFC North.
I'm excited. We haven't played
Be
Detroit
better,
in a minute.
man.
Yeah.
What?
If you're going to be wrong, come on, man. You're taking 14 other teams, 16, excuse me, 15.
Dehls is a numbers guy. He's going to take the
math.
Can you have some shame? Have some shame.
No, dude, take the math.
So Dehls, if we go beat Detroit, and we're going to beat them, what you going to switch up?
Well, now I feel like I have to stay on this tape.
I'm
just taking the Eagles.
We know you as a switcher, so you could switch.
Oh, that's fair enough. Fair enough. Well, the power rankings, they could switch week to week.
No, I'm just saying, like, if we beat Detroit,
Who's your number
we beat
one
Green Bay.
team in the league right now?
Don't you dare say the team we just beat.
I'm going to be honest.
No, not the Rams.
The number one team in the league after this past weekend, it has to be the Eagles.
Can't be nobody else.
It quite literally has to be.
Probably has to be. I mean, like the Eagles.
He doesn't want to say.
No, I'm like writing short list. Eagles.
There's no
The
loyalty with
Packers
this
are
guy.
still in there. I think Detroit's in there.
Yeah.
Chargers are probably in like the top 6-ish. You know what I mean?
Can't be the Ravens.
Can't be the Ravens.
Can't be the Ravens. Definitely not the Chiefs.
Can't be the Chiefs.
I will say though, I'm happy for you right now because the Jets just landed Jarvis Brownlee Jr.
Shout out.
That's a
From
good
the Titans,
physical
right?
corner.
Yeah.
I like him.
He had a
him.
solid
Building
rookie
son
year.
is
Third or fourth
special.
round pick.
Nice.
Hopefully we win a game. It'd be cool.
Yo, you've been in some fun ones.
No, I'll be honest. We had no business being.
I mean, the
this
Jets were
Bucs
the only
game.
team to block a field goal and not win.
Yeah.
The Bucs game was fun.
I know we
You
had
should've
no.
been. You saw Aaron Glenn on the sideline?
Yeah, that shit killed
He
me.
really thought he won.
He did. And
Yeah.
I
I
felt
saw
bad
there
for
was
him.
a minute 50 left. I said, "There's no way we're in this game, bro." There's no
You know,
way.
the tone switch with Aaron Glenn from week 1 to week 3. After week 1, no moral victories. Week 3, this is the team you can expect us to be. When he was talking to the fan base,
He be
we're
almost
gonna
having
fight.
it.
Honestly, it was more just on Todd Bowles kind of taking his foot off the gas than anything else. Like he was just being super conservative and let the Jets back in the game. Yeah. I didn't come away from that game like, damn, the Jets played a hell of a game. Mm-hmm. They made a miraculous comeback in the fourth quarter, but the Bucs were dominating them throughout the game.
Shout out to former Jets coach Todd Bowles.
Shout out. He had a funny quote after the game. I forgot who they were talking about, but he was like, he had some conversation with a player on his team, and a reporter asked him like, "Oh, you know how? Let's say whatever his name is, Banks. Like, oh, that conversation about you and Banks. What are you guys talking about?" He said, "Not a lot of people know this. We're secret lovers." That shit killed me. Todd Bowles is the most like monotone, doesn't say shit. He just came out with that.
Todd Bowles has made a very good career for himself.
He has.
Very good
Yo,
career.
Drew, I wanted to tell you, bro, you wear those better than I ever did, bro.
You think so? Why do you say that?
Those are
It
still
just
my
look better
classic.
on you, bro.
You know what it is? It's hard to find a fit with these, bro.
Yeah, you kind of just have to put some shit
Honestly,
on.
like I got lucky with this shirt that it literally has
colors.
every single color. But I also learned you can't tie shoes. Like there's no tying shoes and making them look good.
I always tie my shoes. I'll be honest. I don't really care about the swag part of it. I just need something for my feet.
And also the sock is
You just need to
important
have
too.
your foot tightened, you know?
Allegedly, like you need to match like the black with the black, the white.
Well, one thing that does blow
yeah.
mine is like, especially wearing Air Forces with black socks, that blows my
No, that's nuts.
That blows
I love those though because you put it together really nicely with the Syracuse
Only
fit.
shoes that had orange.
You cooked. Those are tough.
Only shoes that had orange, bro.
Shout out to Game Changers for the shirt. Carmelo
No,
Anthony.
100%. They came correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
for
we're gonna drop the link in the body if you guys want to go look at some cool graphic sports tees.
100%.
Speaking of graphics, there's been people asking for some potential pick a side fall merch.
Coming soon.
Maybe something we could do.
Coming soon.
I've just been super lazy with setting up the site. That's really it.
It's work. No, when we did our last drop, it was work. It's coming soon. Yeah. We're not going to be lazy for long.
This time it's gonna be drop shipping though.
Can't throw Joey a couple $100. Be like, yo.
Right now in his life, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Right now,
we'll figure that out.
We just have to set up the site though, and we're gonna do drop shipping. I'm not gonna.
We're not doing what we did last time,
like the physical merch and stuff. Because this was drop shipping right here. This shirt, shirt was drop shipping. So maybe we could do
that
something.
shirt is awesome.
Yeah, it's good. I wear it all the time.
I say I hate having this shit over here, bro. I'm just always nervous it's not recording. It's always recording.
It's always recording.
I just hate seeing it.
Shout out to the IT tech.
It's good on you for having responsibility for this show, man.
So
I'm really proud of you.
We didn't record yesterday, and it gave us an ability to watch the Ravens and Lions game, and we can maybe give some quick takeaways on that because the Lions played really well, obviously,
100%.
And I feel like a lot of their coordinator question marks, we don't have those same question marks no more. The offense has been awesome for 2 straight games, and Lamar Jackson took the second most sacks he's taken in his career against this Lions defense, and I think PFF charted him with most of them being his fault.
5 of them.
5 of them being his fault.
What the fuck?
What? He needed the number. I had the number in my head. 5 of them.
But I think the most concerning thing with the Ravens right now
Stop looking at me.
is that they're tied first for the most points allowed this season. They're 32nd in run defense success rate. Last year they were second. And I don't know if you guys have seen what Marlon Humphrey posted on social media.
That shit fried me.
He's wearing like the towel bonnet too.
Marlon Humphrey just posted after the game today, a day after, and just said, I don't know what happened last night. I don't have no answers. I don't know how it could get fixed. Yeah, man, I just don't know. I just don't know. He was like, man, I just don't know. And people were kind of, on him about it because they're saying, why are you posting this? We saw some interaction with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry on the sideline that maybe you could make it deeper than what it is. Derrick Henry has fumbled in every game this year.
Brutal.
So how do you guys, what's your temperature on the Ravens right now based on what you're seeing?
It's interesting. Derrick Henry has fumbled twice in the fourth quarter in important games. I don't remember if he fumbled in the fourth against the Cleveland Browns. I know he fumbled in that game. But specifically the Buffalo game, all they needed was a first down or 2, and that game was probably over.
That one was brutal.
Yeah, Ed Oliver makes a great play on the ball. And then this same play, Detroit makes a great play on the ball. They give him the fumble. I thought this game defensively for that front four for Detroit, they were making some plays. I think they were able to get at Lamar. Lamar felt like to me he was being a little too dancey back there. A lot of times he was getting sacked. It was a little bit his fault. I felt like this new phrase we're using now, he did leave some meat on the bone for sure. He made a couple plays where he tried to run, and Detroit was able to surround him, stop him from getting maybe 10 to 15 yards. So they were really huge in the run game, especially on defense. I thought their offense, it took a little minute to get going, the run offense, but once it got going, it was going. I thought David Montgomery set an immediate tone when he got in. Gibbs struggled, but once, the hole started opening up, Gibbs started to play really well. Montgomery was playing really well. And then you saw Jared Goff just have a lot of time in the pocket and just dissect that Ravens defense. And I think Detroit, for them having a new offensive line, them having new OCs, it was going to take them some time to, get it together and flourish. And that Chicago Bears game was exactly what they needed to kind of tune everything up. They beat the brakes of Chicago. They come into Baltimore, and it's like they don't miss a beat, And I feel like this Detroit team, the talent is still there, specifically on offense. You have one of the best, if not the best, running back tandem in football. You still have Amon-Ra. You have J-Mo, he was getting them going early last game. Sam Laporta was huge in the little short intermediate game. You have that type of talent. And Jared Goff, if you give him time, he could be an excellent quarterback. I think Detroit is a team that just showed you last night that they're still a team that's going to be one of the top teams in the NFC, in the league. They put, maybe not fear, but they just gave you that wake-up call. Like week 1, it's not going to happen like that all the time. We're still a great team. For Baltimore, don't like that Marlon Humphrey posted that. Lamar and Derrick Henry, I'm not really going to overthink it too much because I do feel like Derrick Henry knows he has to be better. I think specifically week 1 going insane and then you just fumble the ball like that. This game, Aiden Hutchinson coming from behind you and hitting the ball out your hands. You just have to be more aware of your surroundings. You have to be more aware of, just where you're at in the clutch. What do you need? And I think he'll be better. He's been great this year for the most part. Lamar, he's been great. I think last game was just, like I said, a lot of dancing in the pocket. That offense, it's elite. I'm not going to say it's not. I think the defense is going to be the bigger issue for the Baltimore Ravens just because I don't think they're in sync. I don't think their linebackers and their corners and their second and their safeties are on the same page. And I think that can cause a lot of, breakdowns in the coverage and stuff like that. And plus, They didn't have Nnamdi. Is that his name? Yes. Madubuike. Yes, they didn't have him, and I think he's a huge part of their defense. That was a big loss. I think that was one of the reasons that Detroit was able to run the ball so effectively. It started the wear and tear on that Baltimore Ravens defense. But I still feel like Baltimore is maybe not the team to beat, but they're still one of the 2-3 best teams in the AFC. They're still one of the most talented teams in football. Detroit, they just put themselves back on the map.
I'm trying not to overreact because when we came in and did the pick'ems and I spoke about this game, I said that there was more pressure on Baltimore to win this game than it was on Detroit. Again, tempering expectations for Detroit based on all their losses this offseason, and especially after the week 1 loss. I don't feel like there was as much pressure on them in this game as opposed to the Baltimore Ravens, who needed to continue to set a tone for the rest of the season. You blew it to a week 1 versus the Buffalo Bills in a game that you were well in position to secure and walk away with the W. You absolutely gagged. Week 2, you come out the gates, you don't look the strongest, but then you ended up putting a decent beating to a Browns team. You come away with a nice W. I wanted you to come out and set a tone and win this game and look dominant in that fashion. Complete opposite happened. And I want to give nothing but praise to the Detroit Lions. Shout out to the interior of that offensive line too. Tate Ratledge, he had himself an amazing game yesterday. And again, that is going to be a question for this Lions team all season. How is that interior offensive line going to do, especially with all the losses that they had coming into the offseason? You lose elite pieces. What was it, Pro Bowler that you had in Taylor Decker for majority of his career? He's the one that retired, I'm pretty sure, right?
Frank Ragnow retired.
Frank Ragnow, excuse me.
And they lost Kevin Zeitler to the Titans.
So you have all these subtractions to what was the best offensive line or one of the best offensive lines of football. That's going to be a talking point for the Lions all year long. The fact that Tate Ratledge had as great of a game as he did, and then Montgomery looking in form and the most elusive that he's looked in some time. And of course, Jahmyr Gibbs being Jahmyr Gibbs, but the constant disrespect year in, year out that Amon-Ra St. Brown gets, it genuinely needs to end. Because in every situation you need him to be big, more often than not, he rises to the occasion. And last night's game, with the game on the line, 4th and 2, this could put the game away. A great conversion. Marlon Humphrey is interfering with him at the line of scrimmage because he knows he got beat really badly. Right. And then on top of it, you make a strong contested catch.
So he didn't know what happened.
They were putting BTJ over him.
Nuts. Fucking nuts. Believe that?
Who?
And then also the touchdown that he had too. I mean, this guy has some of the best hands in football. He's one of the safest receivers in football, yet he's constantly disrespected.
He's like this era's Hans Ward.
He's better.
Hines Ward genuinely wishes he is as good as Amon-Ra is right now.
He's better.
However,
how disrespectful. 2-point MVP. How disrespectful.
Again, I'm trying not to overreact to the Ravens, but this defense is starting to concern me. The fact that Madubuike did not play, I'm giving them some leeway in this game because obviously he's a huge difference maker to their defensive line. But you get gashed week 1. Week 2, going up against the Browns, we're not anticipating much. But week 3, you get absolutely torched. And I get it. The Lions are one of the best offenses in football. But we watched what a good defense can make the Detroit Lions look like. And we saw that in week 1. Week 2, they rearranged everything. They put belt to the Bears. The Bears defense isn't what it is, obviously what it has been in years past, but they embarrassed them. And they also embarrassed the Ravens, all things considered. A lot of credit to the Detroit Lions. And Riv, I said it last show and you weren't here. Thank you. Because I almost overreacted way too much off week 1 and you kept me on pace. This team's still a force to win the division for sure. It's going to be a 2-team race. The Minnesota Vikings.
They have Carson Wentz now.
I have my concerns about that rush defense. Truthfully,
it's really just the quarterback. I'll be honest.
And then of course the quarterback position too. But I look at this Detroit
Carson
team
as
it continues to get healthier and healthier on the defensive side of the ball. That's going to get cleaned up. On offensively, these last 2 weeks, they've looked as good as any team. So I'm trying not to talk about the Ravens, even though they really disappointed me. Yeah. But the Lions really showed they're back. And that week 1 performance, it matters because it's a division game, no doubt. But what they've done in week 2 and week 3, it has really made me think about week 1 a lot less.
Yeah, I'll talk about the Ravens. It was a bad game from Lamar. I know you can look at the numbers, and the numbers looked great if you just read the numbers. 142 passer rating, It's going to bump up that all-time ranking.
Well, he stat-padded like he usually does.
The last drive definitely stat-padded a little bit. Is he the
Russell Westbrook of the NFL?
Whoa, relax.
The only reason I don't like the stat pad last drive is because they had 3 timeouts going into it.
Yeah, no, stat padding is not right, but the defense is playing very conservative. They're letting you get things in chunks, was over. Right? I wouldn't say over because it's a 2-score game, onside kick. I wouldn't say it's over. I wouldn't say you have 3 timeouts. I wouldn't say it's over, but Detroit is very obviously letting you get yards. They just don't want to give up the big play. But Lamar, the numbers wise, 142 passer rating, 3 touchdowns, no picks, 70% completion percentage. All those numbers look great. 7 sacks is brutal. And most of them were terrible. He lost 55 yards on those sacks. This wasn't just, you lose a handful of yards here and there. 55 yards. He lost some real game-changing type of plays. So even though the numbers are great, I did not think this was far from Lamar's best game, even though, he's a big reason that they were still in it. The defense is really what concerns me because you're not going to go up against Detroit and the Bills every single week, right? I think you look at their numbers, it's the worst in the league across the board. Part of that, I think, is the defense has some issues. The other part is you probably played 2 of the top 5-6 offenses in football the first 3 weeks of the season. So they're probably going to end up somewhere in the middle. They're not going to be elite like they were a few years ago, but I don't think they're going to be the worst unit in football. But what really concerns me is 2 of the last 3 weeks, they've gone away from Derrick Henry, and I know he's fumbled, and maybe this isn't the best time to use it, but in Buffalo, the second quarter, he has 100 rushing yards. In the second half, he barely sees the ball. He ends this game with 13 carries, where you saw in the first quarter, he had a 25-yard touchdown, and he was able to run the ball. They've just gotten away from it in the second half, and of course, you have Lamar. You want him to have the ball in his hands, and more often than not, I'm fine with it. But it's just something I've realized over the first 3 weeks is they've been very quick to kind of get away from the run game and get away from Derrick Henry. And listen, you have one of the best quarterbacks in football. If you want to be aggressive and throw the ball, that's fine. That's all dandy and whatnot. But if your defense is going to struggle this much, if they cannot stop them, it would be nice to at least try to, control some clock, be able to have some more longer methodical drives down the field, at least give that defense a rest. There was a drive that Detroit had. It was 98 yards. It was 9 minutes. The defense was gassed by the end of it. So I think Baltimore, again, they're 1-2. I'm with you, Riv. I still think it's one of the best teams in the AFC. But the defense has to improve because we don't really care what you do in the regular season, right? If they, go 15-2 the rest of the way, great. If they claw their way 10-7 their wild card, whatever. No one really cares what you do in the regular season. Once the playoffs come, you're going to have to go up against Buffalo. You're going to have to go up against Kansas City. You're going to have to go up against elite quarterbacks and great offenses. So one way or another, the defense has to get figured out. I feel like all in all, the offense, it's going to be fine. They're number 1 offense right now. Number 1 in points per game. They've been able to move the ball and score points. We're not really worried about that. But the defense isn't going to be special. It's not going to be great. I don't anticipate it to be an elite unit. You just got to hope it can come a bit back to the mean and be, an average to above average unit.
I think they have the talent. I think Matabuke not playing it hurts.
And Van Noy was out too.
True.
They were weak inside, and the Lions took advantage of that. I just think that in both the Lions and the Bills game, Derrick Henry has had a fumble that has halted all momentum. I don't know the exact number of sacks Lamar Jackson took after that fumble, but it did feel like he took a good amount once they were down 2 touchdowns and he had to throw them back into the game. I think my major takeaway from the game with the Ravens side, the Lions side, I agree with you. They're going to be a great team. With the Ravens is that all 3 teams in the AFC that we look at as the top of the AFC have serious roster problems. I think the Bills might be the one that we are most confident about, top to bottom, but they don't have an elite wideout. But they have an elite offensive line and an elite running back and an elite run game, an elite quarterback. Their defense is also very susceptible.
Shit, terrible.
The Ravens defense is the same way. The Chiefs defense is underwhelming compared to years past. The offense is the most underwhelming of all these 3 groups because their skill positions are terrible and they're waiting on Rashee Rice to return. All 3 of them have major issues, but there's only one team that's getting a major reinforcement, and that's Rashee Rice. And when Rashee Rice comes back with Xavier Worthy, that can swing things in the Chiefs' favor. Mm-hmm. And the Ravens, I think they can get this turned around too, because I think for them, a lot of it is communication issues. They have the talent. It's clear. And if Mike McDonald was coaching his unit, I have no doubt that they'd be towards the top of the league right now. But I think the change in DC, this defense goes from a historical defense to last year a bit underwhelming, and then this year very underwhelming. Last year, they were one of the worst secondaries in football to start the year. Now, They're one of the worst run defenses in football to start the year.
One of the worst everything.
So it feels like, both sides, they're flipping. They're flipping what they're bad at each year. And I just don't think that with the talent they have, it should be that way. And we also have to acknowledge the regression of Roquan Smith, who doesn't look like a perennial all-pro linebacker right now. He was the middle and the glue of that defense, and he was nowhere to be found against the run. And even last year, he struggled in coverage.
I think you made a good point. I think out of those three teams, and bulking those three teams up is really important, really, really good, because those are the three teams that obviously are always in the race, always in the hunt. Obviously, the Chargers are on their way up there. I think the one thing we can think about those three teams, though, is that only one of the quarterbacks is regressing. I think that is the most important part of this.
God.
One of those quarterbacks are regressing.
Oh my.
The other two are peaking at a level that is just different from everybody else. Justin Herbert's been great this year. I don't want to disrespect him either. But one of those quarterbacks is regressing. And on top of that, Rashee Rice may be coming back.
He
but
is coming back,
for sure.
He's not maybe. He is.
For sure. I apologize. Shouldn't have said maybe.
Yeah.
He is fact coming back
But
after
maybe
allegedly.
won't matter? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying, one team's 3-0, Buffalo. They have an easy schedule.
Very
They have an identity
Ravens
too.
Chiefs next week too.
Yeah, they have an
Big game.
identity. I think their
They had an
identity is run the
last year.
ball.
And how'd that end up?
They made the playoffs.
How they lose?
Unfortunately, they lost to the
who?
Chiefs.
To
The
who?
Chiefs.
Who?
The Kansas City Chiefs.
Who's their quarterback?
Kansas City Chiefs.
Who outplayed who?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
No,
right.
you got me there. I have nothing else to say. But this year, I will say, Josh has been great. For the most part, Lamar's been really good.
Lamar's been awesome. Yeah. 7 sacks is gross, but
Baltimore, you're going to get 10, 11
That
wins
dude's arm.
in the regular season.
You would have told me this in 2019. I would have said you're.
No, Lamar's
His
ball
accuracy
placement
is crazy,
is
bro.
nuts.
It's crazy.
And he can throw the deep ball. Josh Allen right now is just picking and dissecting
He might
defenses.
have the best deep ball in football.
So
Lamar?
I'm gassing it.
he's
up
his
there.
accuracy is fucking
up,
elite.
and Drew, you're spitting right now. Both of them are peaking right now.
I'm not gonna lie, Riv. That's one of the
Both of
funniest
them
things
are
ever.
peaking right now.
So is the-
and
I
another
don't think
guy
it's
is
funny at all. I think it's
regressing.
disrespectful. I think it's beyond disrespectful.
He's regressing.
And I think
even Justin Herbert is peaking right now.
and I think that
One guy,
he looks fucking awesome.
Drew, one guy has reverted to a running back, and he that is where he
Christ.
is right now. And
he made
I think
Tyquan Thorne a
in
viable
2019,
receiving option.
Yo,
in 2019, if you would have
Who
said
would've- yeah,
Lamar
right.
Jackson's the quarterback and Mahomes
Bro,
is the running
I
back.
think it's really insane to me, and I get it. Ravens Chiefs, probably the most important game of the week this
for both
weekend.
teams.
For
I know
sure.
we know
One
who's going
team's
to come out
won,
on
1-3.
top. The team with the better quarterback, and that's probably going to be the Ravens.
Wow. Yeah, the tough
Riv
couple
is
games.
being beyond disrespectful
Well,
here,
wait,
even though
Whoa,
I've heard
Mahomes
Josh
still my
Allen,
number
Michael
one.
Jordan year. I've heard every year.
You want to
that
start with the
Bills
Josh
are gonna
Allen
beat
stuff?
the Patrick Mahomes.
He doesn't want to do that.
every year in the
Shouldn't go
playoffs.
that far.
Every year in the regular season. Oh yeah, sure.
They've never been this
you
bad.
get the better of them. Last year in the regular season, the Bills beat the Chiefs in the regular season. And what happened in the playoffs?
They owned them in the regular
Mahomes
season.
outplayed Josh Allen again with a worse supporting
only happened,
cast
like, twice.
when it mattered.
He outplayed him, but the
He did
Bills'
outplay
defense
him.
is worse than the Chiefs' defense.
The Chiefs' defense last
Josh
year was
Allen
not that
also
good.
played
They're one of the
okay.
worst secondaries in the league in the second half of football.
Don't even tell me
And-
what that Buffalo Bills defense is.
And I'm looking at the
Shit's
Chiefs right
pitiful.
now and Patrick Mahomes. And
Last year was
right now,
pitiful.
the Chiefs have the 7th ranked offense EPA per play wise. Mahomes is leading a top 10 offense with the worst group of skill
Doesn't really
position
feel
players
like it.
in football.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be the one to shit on Mahomes this year.
The
I'm
only,
not.
the
I'll step up.
only,
It's kind of
the
good
only,
as hell.
the only offensive
He's been a great
weapons
rusher.
that I think the only team that has worse offensive weapons is the New England Patriots. Just probably than the Chiefs.
Like right now because they're unhealthy.
Running back,
Yeah.
receiver, yes, all of
That's
that.
it. Broncos-
The Chiefs
Simon
have the
Jacobs,
worst
too.
starting running back in the NFL.
Are you saying health wise?
No. Healthy, is their running back room healthy?
No, I'm saying the wide receivers. That's what I'm saying.
They're only getting Rashee Rice back. That's a big game. Xavier Worthy, but he's an injury risk week to week because
Big
he's
injury
playing
risk,
with
yeah.
a broken shoulder.
They got Tyquan to take his place.
Yeah, Tyquan
When am I
has
getting my
become a
flowers? I'm
viable
waiting.
receiver. He's getting open down the field, and Mahomes has hit him.
Sometimes he hasn't.
Mahomes' deep ball accuracy has not been bad this year. Mahomes'
been great.
EPA
It's been the best in years, yeah.
on deep passes has not been bad either. It's been
Something
really
off.
good actually.
Something off from what we see and what these numbers is telling us.
It's
man.
crazy.
Well, it's
but
not off.
all-
You're selectively watching for bad things.
Hate watching. Not
with
wrong with that.
Mahomes.
Okay.
It's
Actually,
confirmation
say,
bias.
though, how often have we seen Tyquan
He's
be
been open
naked?
Yeah.
Because let me ask y'all something.
Talk to me, bro.
In Thursday Night Football, what was Josh Allen's ADOT in that game?
Was it 5 yards?
What was his passing chart?
It was ugly.
Mahomes has that passing chart. Check down Merchant. Check down this. The Bills' offensive infrastructure and play calling is helping Josh Allen just as much.
Helping, or is he helping it?
Helping. They are James Cook against the Ravens. Did he not take a screen from their own side of the field all the way to the Ravens side of the field late in the game?
Who do you trust to go deep in the Bills' offense?
They have multiple receivers.
That could go deep?
They have multiple receivers.
No, that can go deep. You're lying.
Coleman.
I was going to say, Keon is...
And that's like a contested catch.
Since week one, it's been... Okay.
They don't have a guy, but Khalil Shakir.
He's good in the short intermediate.
Keon Coleman, Elijah Moore, Dawson.
Keon's had one good
Dalton
game.
Kincaid has been solid for them.
Kincaid's been great.
Dalton
Knox,
for them.
I think your
name's not James Cook, and I will give you like 75% Khalil Shakir.
Kincaid's been good this year. He's been really good this year.
Kincaid still doesn't move.
I've been very...
Josh Allen's ADOT in a playoff game against Mahomes this past year was lower than his.
The thing is, I don't give a fuck
I don't know
about
where the ADOT.
I don't know where that came from.
No, with Mahomes, the ADOT is
we didn't even bring up
His ADOT.
What's going on?
On the sport.
Who cares? If you would have did this shit when Tom Brady was on the Patriots, you would have been saying
disgusted.
he's he sucks. He has no arm. He's fucking.
And that's what I'm trying to get into.
Who cares?
Mahomes checks down for years.
Statistically, Mahomes' deep ball has fallen off in the last few years.
I'm saying Mahomes, yes, but that's in large part due to the weapons. They haven't had nobody that's a threat down the field. So
he's been the worst in the football. It's not like he fell off from like number 1 to 7. He's been one of the worst.
You need receivers in order to catch those deep passes. There's a reason why every quarterback that's near the top of the league in deep ball EPA. Yes, they have elite receiving targets.
36 to nothing, brother.
But for 2-3 years,
who's going to catch a deep pass?
Who brought up ADOT?
No, he did.
I don't know.
In 2023. I bring up ADOT because the PR that Mahomes gets, if he dinks and dunks the entire game, it's an issue.
I said
but
nothing
Josh
about
Allen can dink and dunk his way to a victory.
That's not an issue.
Mahomes dinked and dunked his way to an MVP in 2022.
Absolutely.
But I wanted Joe Brady to unlock the playbook. He just doesn't do it.
I'm a Tua fan. I've never
thick and thin.
I've never criticized a dink and dunk player.
ADOT's fine. That's how the NFL is these days.
It is.
Like, defenses are not going to let you, if you're an elite quarterback, especially. Like, Daniel Jones and shit has a high ADOT because right now defenses aren't respecting it. But over time, if you're an elite quarterback, you're just going to see too high safeties. You're not going to get beat over the top.
The D-ball EPA and the efficiency from Mahomes dropped off in 2023 and 2024. In 2022, he was still elite, and he still had bad weapons outside of Kelce, who's not a deep threat. In 2023, it was a regressing Kelce and a rookie Rasheed and nobody else. And last year, Rasheed got hurt. Hollywood Brown got hurt. And it was a rookie Xavier Worthy and Kelce. Those numbers are a reflection on the supporting cast. Right now, and over the last year or so, the Chiefs have played with the lightest boxes in the NFL. And they can't run the football. Patrick Mahomes does not have a run game he could rely on. And Lamar Jackson, to me, is his own run game. That is fair. Josh Allen, I think a large part of the Bills' rushing success is the offensive line and James Cook. Because there was a point in time where Josh Allen, we remember, was just as great of a runner as he was, but their running back situation was terrible. So before he wasn't his own run game. It wasn't until they readdressed their offensive philosophy and they became a more run heavy team. Right now, Mahomes doesn't have weapons. He doesn't have a run game. His offensive line has been better than last year slightly because of the left tackle situation, but still an offensive line that's young and that is penalized a lot. And he's still playing amazing football.
He is.
Yeah. I'm not going to sit here and it's Mahomes has this standard to be the best in the world. And for the last, 2 seasons or so, he hasn't been that. So he's going to get criticism, but I'm not looking at the last 2 seasons.
He won a Super Bowl in 2023.
No, for sure.
This year, it's so far this year and last.
Even last year's worst season making Super Bowl.
Okay, let me rephrase that.
Bro.
Thank you. Regular season, Mahomes has not been the guy because in the postseason, obviously, that's why I'm not going to be up here and really putting Josh Lamar over Mahomes because the playoffs came around last year and Mahomes said, "Oh, I'm Patrick fucking Mahomes." So I'm not going to take that bait. But in the regular season's been underwhelming.
But I also want to say,
he took my bait.
The whole deep ball conversation too. To me, I'm more so on Joel's side here, and these were numbers that I was going to share later in case we got into a conversation that I didn't want to have. But in terms of deep ball, 20 plus air yards or more. Last season, the best quarterback in the league was Sam Darnold. Last year, the sixth best was my guy, Bo Nix, at 41%.
What's his completion percentage?
Completion percentage. That is low.
Yeah,
it is a difficult throw.
If you complete 50%, you're elite.
The bottom half quarterbacks last season, Mahomes was 24%, Stroud was 31%, Josh Allen was 32%, Baker was 33%. The best of the best, who we know have some of the best arms, sometimes don't complete that. It's a difficult pass to complete. I'm not going to sit up here and scream and yell over Mahomes' deep ball not being that great, because I do agree. Sometimes it does have to do with the weapons. Sometimes it does have to do with the majority, I should say, what defenses are throwing at you, like you mentioned. Against Josh, against Joe, against Mahomes, shit, at this point, you can't really say Lamar because you have Derrick Henry and him that are such elite rushing threats. But to those guys that I mentioned before Lamar, these are all guys that are going to take the top off and want to take the top off. So defenses are trying to take that away with too high.
Yeah, completion percentage probably isn't the perfect stat because that's definitely receiver heavy. Mm-hmm. Just looking at PFF, this is 2024, their passing grade on deep passes. Mahomes is ranked 18th, right? So I know some of the other stats have him like 35th.
The EPA per dropback is low for sure.
Yeah, but even just like, because this is where I think PFF's numbers are helpful, because you could look at when they're grading it, they're taking into account, the receiver and the defense too, right? If you just look at completion percentage, like shit, if you have AJ Brown, the completion percentage is gonna be high because it's AJ fucking Brown, right? But if you have Hollywood Brown, I know he was hurt last year, but whatever. Xavier Worthy, for example, as a rookie,
like throwing a 50-50 ball to AJ Brown versus Tyquan Thornton is going to yield you different results. Way different.
But Mahomes last year was ranked 18th, which is middle of the pack. And if he's 18th, that's fine. It's just some of those other numbers that painted like EPA and stuff were really low.
This year in EPA per play, EPA per dropback, Patrick Mahomes is 12th.
Yeah, 20 plus?
Yeah, 20 plus air yards. Ahead of him are Daniel Jones, Jalen Hurts, Geno, Tua, Lamar, Kyler, Stafford, Caleb, Goff.
Those Hurts numbers must come from yesterday.
And you see
Darnold, and
he's always efficient.
But you see Tua's here too. Just saying, Tua's here.
And Mahomes has the third most passing attempts of 20 plus yards at 14. He is only one. He's tied second. Number one is Russell Wilson at 18.
I figured
let it fly.
He'd be letting that shit fly.
That's off week 2.
Yeah,
because week 2 is an absolute movie.
He was bugging.
He was tweaked.
And Russell Wilson got benched for that.
It's nuts. He has maybe one of the best games of his career, and then one of the worst games and gets benched.
I want to talk about this. I feel like we're going to talk about it, so like might as well.
We're here
transition.
Right now.
Hold on, just quick question.
I really want to say it super quickly. He was never given a chance. Because after
Trey Lance?
No, him too.
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson, after going for almost 500 yards against the Cowboys, there was rumblings that Jackson Dart could potentially start very soon. After Russ just had one of the best games of his career, why are we talking about him potentially getting benched? I understand. Shane and Daboll's jobs are on the line this year if they don't produce something. This move was going to happen. But after he has that game, why are there any type of report that they're potentially going to bench him? To me, that kind of made no sense. But it also kind of goes hand in hand with what happens with every situation here with the New York Giants, because the New York Giants have just been a pot of misery for God knows how long. And even that 2022 season where they made the playoffs and Daniel Jones, the 18 passing touchdowns, career year.
No
It was 15.
You see it was 18 passing.
He looks like one of the best quarterbacks. He had
22 total.
I was right.
It was 15 passing touchdowns. 2022.
Maybe you're right.
Flaws. He looks like one of the best quarterbacks in football. Right?
But Joel so perfectly said, because Saquon leaves, he has one of the best seasons we've ever seen from a running back. Now Daniel Jones leaves. The Colts are 3-0, and he looks like one of the best quarterback stories this season. Yeah. You go and you take it even further than that. You have a generational talent in Odell Beckham Jr., and even still with that, there was nothing that you could go ahead and produce with
last
that.
Year was
it's
awesome
just something that's going on with the New York Giants. You leave that team, you leave that situation, you find more success after. Because even Odell went to the Rams, and it's tragic that he got hurt, he looked like he was on his way to Super Bowl MVP. It's just something about the New York Giants right now that is just a pot of misery. And I pray that it is a different time for Jackson Dart. I hope he comes in, bless you, he comes in and he's the answer for the Giants. And Daboll and Shane look like geniuses. But also, I didn't even mention Xavier McKinney, who goes and leaves, and for the first 10 weeks last season we're talking about him being a DPOY candidate. Everything about the Giants in the last 10 years, it seems, has just gone wrong because people criticize you criticize Daniel Jones at pick 6 at the time. You criticize Saquon Barkley, who's one of the best running back prospects that we've seen in decades, at pick number 2 because, but there's Josh Allen, there's Lamar. It's your franchise who just makes poor decisions, who refuse to put an offensive line in front of their franchise quarterback in Eli and Daniel Jones. Now, Daniel Jones goes to a pretty solid foundation in Indianapolis, and now he's playing good football. He didn't ask you for the world. He didn't. Give me the bare minimum, and I can make you a playoff team. I can be a part of a playoff team. The Giants, it just makes me so angry, the constant bad moves that they make. And maybe this is a good move, but why is Jackson starting a singular game this season is beyond me, because you're putting him in a position to fail. And if he's great, I'll happily watch and be wrong about what I'm saying. But it is malpractice to go ahead and rush this kid into there when he has no business playing on a Giants team that we already know is going to be bad because the schedule is terrible and the offense is just a mess right now.
I feel like absolving Daniel Jones from blame is rich. He was terrible the last 2 seasons.
The situation, on top of him being bad, was bad.
We saw Tyra come in and play objectively way better than him.
I'm not going to disagree. So, he was lost mentally. Daniel Jones was out of it.
He needed to restart.
So that's why it's like, and the Xavier McKinney thing, I mean, they let him go because they had to pay Daniel Jones. They let Saquon Barkley go because they were paying Daniel Jones. You know, like a lot of those blue chip players.
That's also on the Giants because you should have picked up his 5th year. You not picking up DJ's 5th year led you to losing Saquon, led you to losing Xavier McKinney. And what do you do anyways with that $33 million? Go step back 3, sign Darius Slayton, who's a captain for the team. He means a lot to Giants fans, I'm sure. He's average wide receiver.
But if Daniel Jones is playing as good as he was playing now with the Giants, they wouldn't let him go, and he would have been worth the contract. You know, right now, Daniel Jones is playing with house money. It's a great situation. 100%. It's a great play caller. No expectations in the middle of nowhere, and he's not getting paid nothing. He doesn't have any real expectations on him. With the Giants, I do think a lot of things are their fault. I think they haven't drafted well. I think their offensive line is still a mess. And Russell Wilson, he was awesome week 2, but looking at that Cowboys defense, I think everybody's going to be awesome against them. Week 1 and week 3, the Giants netted one of the worst offenses in those given weeks against the Commanders, against the Chiefs in week 3. He has the most throwaways in football. He's been one of the worst deep ball throwers in the NFL. He's averaging 2.2 yards per attempt on throws, 20 plus yards down the field. 2.2 yards per attempt. He's just chucking. Against the Chiefs, how many ill-advised throws did he throw down the field that got intercepted? I counted 2 that he got intercepted on.
A couple drops.
Because, you know, he just decided to throw it into coverage. Jackson Dart, I think, at least gives them 2 things that Russell Wilson doesn't. I think he gives them a legit RPO game, which will take pressure off of him because he just has to make one read and throw it. Because right now what he struggles with is reading the field. He was a 1-read quarterback at Ole Miss. And number 2 is athleticism, his ability to scramble. Russell Wilson, his athleticism has been even more zapped than it was before. He cannot evade pressure. He cannot evade sacks. He just looks really old. And Jackson Dart can add that element. The question for me is this really where you wanted to play him? Because they play the Chargers, then they play the Eagles, then they play the Saints, then they play the Eagles, then they play the Broncos. But then I'm looking at the Giants' schedule and I say there's no good place to start him.
They play the Saints the week after the Chargers. I probably would have waited one more week, but
yeah, you know, later in the season they're going to play the Niners, they play the Packers, they play the Lions. The Commanders' defense has looked good. They play a really tough stretch of teams. So I think maybe they should have waited. Maybe it would have been better for Jackson Dart's long-term development. Maybe he's not the most ready now, but I think Brian Daboll is in job-saving mode, so he needs to rush a decision. He doesn't have the luxury of waiting a year because he might not be there. So he's doing this to save his job, and that is an argument for organizational incompetence to where they're putting a player in there when he's not ready because a coach has to save their job. But if the organization was better ran, then maybe he doesn't feel that type of pressure.
For sure.
But number 2, it's also the fact that if Jackson Dart is good, he's going to be good, whether you play him now or a year from now.
Yep.
And this is his opportunity to show you what he has. Because if you wait a year and next year you play him and then he doesn't look good, you just wasted a year. So this is a gauntlet stretch of defenses. And I think that going up against Jesse Minter, his first start, is absolutely brutal. It's brutal. It could get really ugly. That's how good I feel about the Chargers defense. But if he is that guy and he's promising, it's going to be a good sign for the Giants that he's playing well against these level of defenses. Mm-hmm. But overall, I don't think he's ready. I don't think he's ready.
I think if you're not ready now, when are you going to be ready? You know, you mentioned the schedule.
Cam Ward doesn't look ready. You're just forwarding him out there because you have literally no other choice.
I'm a big believer in throw your guy out there and see what you have. And I especially, I feel like you mentioned, the Giants' schedule is disgusting. I don't even know how they ended up getting this schedule. Mm-hmm. It's pretty brutal, but
it really makes no sense.
It's actually fucked up that they did this to them. But Russell Wilson wasn't good. He wasn't playing good. I think the Chiefs game was really, really bad for him. Just the bad decision making, the poor placement on the ball. Him just sometimes was like, fuck it, neighbors down there somewhere, you know, or even he threw a deep ball
to Wandell.
Yeah, to Wandell. And I was like, there was no way Wandell was getting
the ball away on fourth down.
Yeah, and Russ, he couldn't break away. Russ was tweaking, and I think that just showed that he's old. He's past his prime. He's even past the average part of his prime. And I think you have to go throw in Jackson Dart. You got to see what you got. I mean, I wouldn't have hated them throwing Jameis Winston in to see, but at this point, you're sitting there like, dude, we drafted this guy. You know, we have to figure out who he's gonna be. Let's see what he can do now. You know, let's not wait a whole year, because if you wait a whole year and then he's asked in, you could have figured this out now. So better to throw him in, see what he could do now against these top level defenses. There's no point in waiting. This Giants situation doesn't feel like it's going to get any better anyways. So like you mentioned, you just went on a whole tangent about them. They've been on, honest to God, terrible management.
Bad run.
For a while.
I mean, them and the Jets are the two worst teams in football over the last decade, record-wise.
Yeah.
They're due.
I think the Jets are
the Jersey teams.
Worse. I think they're just a couple wins. They have a couple wins less than them. But
yeah, I think
they're two of the worst.
It's really just about trying to save face and save your job if you're Brian Daboll and Joe Schoen, right? This is my biggest concern is when they drafted Jackson Dart was he's going to play too soon. And I don't know if we knew the schedule when he got drafted. I can't remember. But once the schedule came out, you're like, holy shit, man. Like this team, even if they had good quarterback play, it's probably not going to win more than like 5 or 6 games, let alone either bad quarterback play in Russell Wilson or rookie quarterback play in Jackson Dart. I will say that the positive things for the Giants. Andrew Thomas came back last week.
Thank God.
He only played like 20 or 30 snaps, but he's going to get ramped up.
So
you'll have, when healthy, an elite left tackle. Cam Scatterbo looked elite yesterday. Looked elite Sunday night. He looked fantastic. I mean, as a pass catcher, running through the tackles, he had some serious juice, some serious pop. And of course, you have Malik Neighbors, who's one of the best receivers in football. So you have a core that, I mean, obviously Scatterbo, it's been one game and Jackson Dart hasn't played, but like the hypothetical core that can be somewhat decent. It's
you
just
2 players.
My brother, that is amazing.
I know. Listen, Malik Neighbors
is savage.
Andrew
Thomas, God willing, he's on that football field. You know how I feel about him.
Cam looked fucking awesome. We're gonna sit here and act like he looked anything less than awesome.
You need more.
It's one game. I know. I'm getting ahead of myself. But I'm just trying because it should be negative for the Giants.
I get it.
But I think if you're a Giants fan, that's what you have to be selling yourself on is those 4 players. But
for sure,
right now, Joel mentioned it. Jesse Minter as like your opening day. This is your first defense to go up against. Good luck. I would have waited 1 more week. You play in New Orleans. Obviously a tough place to play, but it's the New Orleans Saints. That's at least a bit of a,
saving grace.
Exactly. Yeah, like just a stepping stone to get to some tough defenses. But then they got Philly week after the Saints. They play them like twice in 4 weeks.
You got to find out if he got that dog in him.
It is tough because with rookies, and I hear you, because you do have to find out what Jackson Dart is. But with rookies, a lot of it's mental, a lot of it's confidence. So you look at the next 6 weeks, it's like, goddamn, 4 of these games are going up against top 10 defenses.
Dehls, if you don't get the confidence now, he ain't never getting it.
I know, but you would just like to have at least a couple of games to try to gain some of that confidence. And that's the only thing I would have done differently.
If he goes in locks in against the Chargers, he walking in like Philly light.
Yeah,
like,
no,
you know what
for
I'm saying?
sure.
Like Saints,
Chargers defense is overrated. Let's just be transparent.
I don't think the talent on the Chargers is elite, but I think Jesse Minter is one of the best DCs in the NFL.
100%. Don't get me wrong. He is. Still overrated.
Yo, neighbors
If Bo Nix was good, we win by double digits.
Yo, you're fucking cooking. Neighbors should request a trade to Buffalo.
To Buffalo? Hey, that'd be. I don't.
Why
need
not?
That. I don't need that.
All
Baltimore.
Right.
What you just said just pissed me off.
I'll live with that. You know.
What you just said just pissed me off because the Chargers defense being overrated is just so ridiculously misinformed.
If Bo Nix legitimately was a good quarterback on Sunday, we win by double digits.
There is no doubt.
Bo
Nix missed 3 big time throws.
2.5. Y'all with me on 2.5 or 3?
Which one?
Which one are you talking about? The half.
The Mims hit him in the hands.
Mims ain't that good.
As a ball player, I'm not gonna go that far. That brother's been getting open this season.
I mean,
he's been getting open this season.
He ain't that good. Like, you know.
Honestly, I really doesn't drop passes but it went right through his hands. It hit his hands.
It was his fingertips.
One of them was on Sutton.
It wasn't the bread basket. You know what I mean?
It was the fingertips.
It wasn't a great throw.
He extended as much as he could. Hit him in the hands.
He's a little small.
2.5.
It hit him on the tips. The very tip of his hand.
There was one play he did have where Sutton didn't run fast enough. I think he just can't run fast enough. And he kind of overthrew him a little bit.
No, I'm not. There's no way around it. Bo Nix sold us.
Yeah. Your receivers are dog shit.
No, they're not to blame this weekend.
I just want to point that out there, though. Like, just watching the
Cortland Sutton is
they're not good.
Troy Franklin is awesome.
No, Troy Franklin's he's solid. He
gets open.
It's a bottom
sounds like a lot of guys get open on this team.
It wasn't his game on Sunday.
It's a fucking
It was the Mims and Sutton show.
They have been far from the problem.
I'm not saying they're the problem, but they definitely need to upgrade it.
I agree with what you're saying. We need an intermediate guy. I think that can be Troy, is what you're saying.
This is why I think you're misinformed on the Chargers defense. Yeah, you are because they're allowing the lowest A dot to you said that last year.
And I was right.
No, they finished as the second scoring defense in the league.
Yeah, and they were fraudulent.
This year they're a top defense, so how was that fraudulent?
Against the Chiefs, they played against an Xavier Worthy and Rasheed Rice.
They bottled up the Chiefs.
And it's not hard.
Did they bottle them up? Did they?
Mahomes
did.
Just run.
Mahomes just was Mahomes.
Mahomes just ran.
Tyquan Thornton is the number 1 receiver in Hollywood Brown. Like
that shit not good.
They're nothing.
Shit not good.
I'm not saying it has something.
Pacheco.
And we too the Raiders. Raiders. Who's moved by them? Who?
Gino had a terrible game.
Are you moved by the Raiders?
Awful, bro.
Raiders just got worked.
I'm not going to sit here and act like they're
doing the most to discredit great performances.
But I think defense is good.
They had a great performance against us.
Yeah, they did. Absolutely, they
did.
The
run game, they could not stop
in
J.K.
the second half. In the first half, they bottled up the run game.
Even still, Bo Nix had 2 walk-in touchdowns.
If Bo Nix was good, we wouldn't be talking about the Chargers defense.
If Bo Nix was good,
we wouldn't be talking about the Chargers defense.
I'm here chatting.
It's a big game.
The Chargers are frauds.
It's a big game. It's a big game for sure.
But the fourth quarter changed everything, and I agree with what you're gonna say. The fourth quarter changed absolutely everything because Bo Nix couldn't hit the ocean, and then Justin Herbert decided to go 0-30, and he completely changed the game. Yeah. He was elite.
Here's where I'm at with this game.
It's a middle ground here somewhere.
No, the middle ground is Bo Nix was dog shit on Sunday. He can't play that bad ever again, right?
That's not the only thing.
Cincy next week. It can't be
that bad. It's a get-right game.
I feel like you're 2 for 2 on that statement.
No.
After week 1?
Yeah, he was
bad.
Week 2 bounced back. Week 2 bounced back, and week 3, as bad as he was,
no, but I feel like
he was not as bad as week 1.
Because week 1 we were like, he can't be this bad again. He wasn't this bad, but he's
turnovers in week 3.
And like I said, bro, the deep ball, it is what it is. Like
he didn't have a turnover-worthy play.
Quarterbacks don't complete it. Like Mahomes was bottom of the league. Josh Allen was bottom. It happens.
I'm screaming at that.
It happens. And even still, he hit a deep touchdown this game against Sutton.
He did. Yeah.
I didn't think that Bo Nix was awful.
He wasn't.
I thought he was average.
The fourth down conversion, man. I really thought we were winning.
He was definitely worse than the Colts and Titans game. In my opinion, Bo Nix was.
I hate that the Colts game is bad.
I didn't think he was great.
Bo Nix because he just didn't go to the right place with the throws. There were open receivers on film. He just didn't go.
Also, you mentioned that it was the J.K. Dobbins drive, which it was. He had 2 completions on that drive for double-digit yards.
For like screens though.
You love a good screen, man.
But God forbid, isn't that funny, man?
But it's a screen, Drew.
No, I agree, but like A.dot, right? Like Mahomes can do it.
Screen.
No, that's fine, but we
can't do it.
We can't be like Bo had 2 completions and it was screens.
Just saying, it's 2 completions.
It's just this is what I saw from the game.
The other wasn't.
I think the Broncos had a very promising game, and I actually think that the Broncos showcased the major strength advantage they have over the Chargers.
Easily.
I mean, this was the most pressure that Justin Herbert has been under in his career.
Benito.
Superstar.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Nick Benito has 6 pressures, but Jonathan Cooper had, I think, 9 or 10.
Yo, but it's really ridiculous. Nick was great last year. He's 30 times better this year.
Got that money.
What I saw from Nick Benito in the matchup with Joe Alt, when I first saw the game, I thought Joe Alt was getting like killed out there. Then I watched the film and Joe Alt was really freaking good. Nick Benito beat him on speed rushes, which he's just super fast.
Yeah.
Whenever Joe Alt was able to anchor Nick Benito could not do nothing. Like straight, just try to bull rush. I mean, Joe Alt's massive.
Makes sense.
So that's why. But on those reps, Joe Alt like completely erased him out the play. Jonathan Cooper finished with more pressures on the day, and Justin Herbert just had a Justin Herbert game. Like I think Justin Herbert had an MVP type performance. The fact that he was under duress this much for the majority of the game, literally from the start.
Even the play that he threw the touchdown, Nick Benito was literally right there.
The offensive line allowed 23 pressures. He took 14 quarterback hits.
Coño.
He has the 3rd most game-winning drive since 2020. Justin Herbert now in his lifetime as a quarterback is 36-12 when the defense allows less than 27 points. And he's 25-3 when the defense allows less than 20 points.
It's a specific number.
It's just cute that you went on this little thing about Justin Herbert always being clutch. When I vividly remember when you used to
his numbers last year,
and you told us he's kind of not clutch.
Well, he has the 3rd most game winning drive since 2020. He needed to improve his 4th quarter play last year for sure.
You threw us some numbers about how he wasn't good in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, that was in 2024, but before that, he was
kind of
clutch.
Game-winning drives.
He was clutch.
I feel like,
game-winning drives matter.
They do, but it's also like
they skew what you've done in the whole quarter.
You got to trail a lot of games to have game-winning drives.
It's volume-based.
You know
I mean, there's a reason why Kirk Cousins, Matthew Stafford are near the top of that list.
It's not nothing, but
even
it's
though
not
Mahomes
like
is number one, but
end-all be all.
They also come back from a lot of 10-point deficits. What I saw from the Chargers is just a masterclass from Herbert. I think that signing Keenan Allen was the best move of the offseason, arguably.
Yeah.
Because the connection that he has with Keenan Allen, that's his go-to receiver on 3rd down. That's where he's going to. The pressure that he had in his face, where he made that miraculous throw with Benito in his face, and really off-platform, all-arm, and perfect accuracy. Keenan did a great job hauling it in.
Yep.
And I do think Ladd McConkey's still playing at an elite level. He's just getting bracketed more often now. But the fact that you have so many players to step up for the Chargers, Keenan Allen, but Quentin Johnson's ascension,
Unreal.
Quentin Johnson deserves so much
an awesome play against Pat Surtain where he won the rep.
Pat a couple times.
No, I'm not gonna lie, that blew my. Pat literally had him around his neck, and he kind of
didn't call the whistle.
Get off me!
Yeah, and he just went for a huge gain. And then rookie Oronde Gadsden from Syracuse, he had a good game too. Justin Herbert went to him twice on the final drive of the game, but Ladd McConkey, final catch, put them in really good position to hit the field goal. Here's where I disagree with you about the Chargers.
Okay.
I thought the defense did a great job bottling up the Denver Broncos offense. Outside of those plays that they missed, the trickery stuff where, Bo Nix 4th and 2, fake toss, and then he passed it to Sutton, coverage bust by Alohi Gilman.
Got by Bo Nix.
Yeah, that was he had a touchdown that
No, the 4th and 2.
Yeah, he had a touchdown.
Was that the one? So we had multiple 4th and 2s?
No, that was a touchdown. No, 4th and 2. That was a touchdown. Just for sure.
But that's what I'm saying.
I'm not sure the other 4th and 2.
No, we had a 4th and 2. It was 17-13 game. Bo Nix, pressure in his face, strong in the pocket, slant to Sutton over the middle of the field.
Oh, that wasn't a touchdown, though.
That's what I'm saying.
That was
so multiple 4th downs.
The touchdown was 4th down.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the trickery.
I'm talking about the trickery. It was.
You have one on the right side of the field where Marvin Mims beats Dante Jackson on a double move, but it was a play action concept, and Dante Jackson was left sleeping and then got beat. It was a coverage bust. Mm-hmm. That's all. It was just a coverage bust. Then on the left sideline, the throw that he had to Sutton that might have sealed the game for them potentially. He overthrows it. That was another coverage bust. Dante Jackson once again with the coverage bust. But ultimately, what I saw from the Chargers defense, outside of those couple of coverage busts.
Outside of like the 4 walking touchdowns that they potentially had.
No, quite literally outside of 4 drives.
Outside of Bo Nix being ass.
Had walk-in touchdowns.
But here's the thing.
Yes.
Is that
this is really Bo Nix's fault?
No,
that's what it sounds like.
Literally, we're only having this conversation because Bo
Nix missed throws. But what I'm saying ultimately is that the Chargers bottled up that Broncos offense. Nothing really.
Dobbins had a good game.
Dobbins in the second half ran well. In the first half, they stifled the run. And when you look at the success rate of the Broncos offense, it was not good. Mm-hmm. They went 2 for 9 on first downs. They had the least amount of first downs of any team in week 3. They excelled on those 4th and 2 situations. And I think the second 4th down conversion to Sutton was more impressive for Nix because there was pressure and he evaded and he made a nice throw. But for 80 to 85% of the game, there was nothing open for Nix to get to. And that's what I'm talking about.
80% is nuts.
Yes,
more like 60.
Those plays are misses. But the reason why I didn't sit back and say this is a horrible Bo Nix game, because unlike Tennessee and unlike Indianapolis, I thought there were guys running wide open and he did not throw the ball. Mm-hmm. This game, those schemed up opportunities where they had the Chargers, that's why you have to capitalize on those against an elite defense.
J.K. Dobbins second half did whatever he wanted. When the ball's in his, I really want Harvey to be great. Do not get me wrong. I'm done with a split backfield. I get we're also trying to preserve J.K. He has been known to get injured in the past. He's by far and away the best running back on the field. Pass blocking, rushing, receiving apparently. One-handed catch that counted for a rush.
But the Chargers being vulnerable against the run is by design. They play with light boxes.
They play light boxes. I understand that. But my point still stands. Like, JK is the best running back on the
their
team.
defensive front played well. Tier Tart played well. Deshaun Hand played well. Their rookie, Jamari Caldwell. There was at least 2 to 3 passes that they tipped at the line of scrimmage that the passes came out wobbling. Tuli Tuipulotu had 6 pressures on the day, and he was awesome. I actually thought that the interior of the Broncos offensive line didn't play that well.
Garrett Bowles might be the best left tackle in football. Let's just quick aside there. Luke Wattenberg, he's got to step up.
Quentin Miners allows some pressures too.
I'm going to give him a pass. He's
he's
the
Quentin
best guard in the league.
But what I'm saying is that the Chargers really bottled up Denver's offense. And this is the first time they're matching up this season. First matchup of the season, you're going to get those coverage busts. Because it reminds me a lot of, not a clear-cut example, but it reminds me a lot of the Brazil game, Eagles and Packers, where...
Here we go. Our favorite game to talk about.
Jaden Reed, he had a deep touchdown in that game. And it wasn't because of necessarily bad defensive personnel or where to be. It was just miscommunication on the back end.
Like that's bad defense.
But as the season went on, it wasn't something alarming because they had the players to execute the scheme. They just needed to get on the same page. With the Chargers, I mean, the second time you play them, you're not going to get them how you got them this first game. All those gadgety trickery plays, they're going to be better prepared for them. So this was the time to really get them on it because the entirety of the game, Bo Nix didn't have nothing open. That's why he was scrambling so much. He had to roll out so many times. Not only did the Chargers defensive front play really well, but their secondary played well, and that's what they do. You know, they play with these shells, and they keep all the routes in front of them, and they jump and break to the ball.
Court had over 100. He, honest to God, he
could have had 2. Should have had 2, probably.
Could have 2.
Yeah, no, he was great.
Marvin Mims could have had like 60, 70.
Yeah.
And I agree with what you're saying about Troy Franklin. Like, I say all this that I want an intermediate guy. It sucks that Evan Ingram's been injured as well.
Yeah.
Troy Franklin can be that guy.
Yeah, Ingram's lost a step.
It's sad. It's sad. But injuries kind of screwed us over, man. Evan Ingram being banged up. The fact that Drake Greenlaw gets put onto the IR before this game, I mean, that's super disappointing. But Hufanga's been a dog. Like, Hufanga has been one of the best additions for us. The defense, I have zero concerns. I get against the Colts that Jonathan Taylor gashed us. Daniel Jones had some impressive plays. But I'm starting to go on to the side fully that that's just who the Colts are going to be. Because we went up against the Chargers, who the Chargers offense has been, in my opinion, the best attribute about their team. And Justin Herbert goes out there last drive and just Justin Herbert. Like, last quarter, he's just Justin Herbert. Like, you just have to live with stuff like that.
Denver's
our defense moved me.
36 pressures. They had 36 pressures.
And
they lost.
And I blame.
They're still standing at the end of that game.
I blame myself. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's me. That's on me.
Actually, 9 first downs for the Broncos week 3 was the lowest of any game this season that they got.
I forgot what I was going to say. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Shout out to the Chargers. Good win. I can't really say much. Got it. I blame myself for everything turning around in the fourth quarter because we were swarming Herbert. Like, he could do nothing against our pass rush. I said, this is what happens when you actually play a good pass defense. It's true. The Chiefs pass rush is not ours. And then the Raiders pass rush most certainly isn't ours. We were dominating them. And then Herbert just decided, why am I working harder? Screens. Just get the ball to Omarion.
They beat every team in their division so far.
Yeah, first 3 games, Chiefs, Broncos, Raiders. Had the Raiders on the road.
Huge for them.
So the Chargers defense this year, 4th in EPA per play, 1st in success rate.
I promise. This was like this last year. You guys called me stupid. I'm standing on it.
It wasn't really
overrated.
You know?
They were a great defense last year.
Until it mattered. They weren't that
Isn't that always
they weren't
how it
bad
is?
against the Texans, though. Justin Herbert just had 4 picks.
Yeah.
I guess.
That's true.
Right? Like,
you have to see it.
I think
every good team they played last year kind of dotted them.
The Chargers, I know the competition hasn't been
So
great.
is the Broncos defense not good?
No, Herbert gets his against us, no doubt.
But last year, every top offense you played dominated you.
No, for sure.
So was
That's
the Broncos
an
defense bad last year?
It was a little bit fraudulent too.
Okay, so they weren't. The Broncos defense wasn't
whose
great.
defense is good?
Eagles, without a doubt. Browns, I love that answer.
Green Bay.
Texans played a lot of good comp, and they still played a lot of great football.
Yeah.
Green Bay, I would say
Good
yes
defense.
still.
Yeah, I think so.
They locked up Detroit and the Commanders. It's a good question.
Minnesota.
Minnesota after last week, I feel like they just put together
Minnesota. It wasn't their fault.
Seattle's
week 2
defense.
Yo, JJ was putting them in some tough.
The fact that they only left 22 points is impressive.
And it was a lot of field goals. It's true. A lot of field goals.
Impressive.
I would definitely say Seattle. Seattle's a great defense.
For sure.
San Fran, if healthy.
Pittsburgh, you're overconfident. Denver's a great defense. The Chargers are a great defense.
It's just against great offenses.
It's hard to stop good offenses. It doesn't matter how good your defense is. You go up against great offenses, it's going to be hard.
Them? Like, can we not let them beat 30 every time?
It depends who it is. Like, going up against Burrow and the Chiefs last year, or the Burrow and the Bengals, I don't really care. Like, you know what I mean?
But Buffalo just went up against Miami, and Miami's one of the worst defenses in the league. They were methodical in the way that they kind of picked apart Miami, but they didn't put up the most points.
Second half, Miami did a really good job.
That's what I'm saying. Like, even the worst defenses against great offenses have their moments.
Yeah.
Every time.
I mean, last year, the Texans allowed 32 points to the Tennessee Titans.
Okay.
Division game?
You said that's a great defense.
That's
there's
one
going to be
day.
outliers.
Jesus Christ. How many?
They allowed 31 to Baltimore.
Look at
Baltimore.
No,
they allowed 34 to Minnesota last year.
What did they do
They allowed
against the Chiefs?
27 to the Colts. 27. The Colts had dropped 27 on Christmas.
No, the Chiefs.
Talking about the Chiefs.
In the playoff game.
They were good. They're a great defense.
Against the Chargers, what did they do?
The Texans?
Yeah.
Yeah, they shut down that offense.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean,
they're a great defense.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
I'm saying, give me a couple games. Give me a few games where you go up against great offense and you shut it down.
The Chargers have dominated defensively almost every game last year.
But against good offenses, that's not very true. Few.
Okay, and I just pulled up games where the Texans were not good defensively.
100%.
They're still a great defense
that they did.
You gave me the Chiefs were not overrated. Were the Chiefs a great offense last year? No, they weren't.
Playoff time, they were.
No, they weren't.
Against the Bills, did they lace them?
With the Bills, but that's a bad
27
defense.
27 to the Bengals.
26 to Carolina.
30 to the Ravens.
Wait, no, that's them.
Oh, my bad. No, opponent, OPP.
Oh, okay. So
27 to the Bengals, 30 to the... This is
30 to Baltimore.
The Chargers last
40
year.
to Tampa Bay.
40 to Tampa.
27 to Denver. And then 20 to the Raiders.
What's worse? What's worse? Giving up 40 to Tampa or 32 to Tennessee?
I'm not here telling you the Chargers are.
To be fair, the Chargers
they're overrated.
The Chargers' schedule last year wasn't crazy.
I'm not nitpicking.
No, you are nitpicking.
How many almost 30-point performances?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if the Chargers are going to be number one success rate. Number 4 EPA.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we're saying they're the best defense.
But I think
they're a top 10 defense without a doubt.
They're going to be a top 10 defense.
That's a great defense. If you're a top 10, you're a great defense.
They're a little overrated.
What is overrated about them? They're a great defense. You feel like offenses actually go up against the Chargers and say, "Man, this is a easy pick'ems defense.
I'm not saying you
think
but
offense?
you really think
quarterbacks and opposing offense coordinators look at the Chargers and say, "Man, that defense, I can't wait to go up against them."
Do you really hear those numbers and think, Chargers really held them?
I heard the numbers second overall in opponents allowed points per game. That's great. They were great all season long.
They were.
Who didn't the Bengals play elite offensively against?
I'm just saying every single great team, you couldn't stop one.
But who is stopping great offenses, Drew? Who is shutting them down?
The Texans kind of did.
The Texans did
the
not.
The Browns just
You use the
did.
Texans as an example versus the Chiefs. The Chiefs are they a great offense?
Far from it.
Last year were they a great offense?
Last year, what were they, top 10?
The Chiefs were great. The Chiefs were not top 10 last year.
Oh, I thought they were.
Offensive line.
Where are the Chargers? The top 10 defense to you?
Top 10, like that 10 to 15 range.
They're a great defense, dude.
I think they're more top 10.
I'm fine with you saying that.
They're a great defense.
I'm fine. They're overrated.
What's overrated about them?
Again, in big game situations against good offenses, they're not this.
I'm not expecting them to lock up a top offense.
I'm not saying this. Very rarely we see that, but again, we have the Browns that exist.
Yeah, the Browns are better defensively.
Yeah.
The Browns are the best defense in football 2 or 3 weeks, probably.
You're not wrong.
You know what I mean? It's tough. Right, but what the Chargers are showing is that they have, from last year, one of the worst receiving corps, especially before Ladd broke out.
That's different.
To now Quentin Johnson, who deserves all the flowers in the world because nobody, including us, just shit on him after his rookie season and last season. Now he looks like a legit, I want to call him a number one, but he has a real role in this offense that they desperately
100%.
need because Keenan Allen, Ladd McConkey, I know Ladd has, good speed and he can win down the field, but that's not their expertise. Quentin Johnson can really stretch the field, had a 60-yard touchdown. The fact that he's a viable player now is just so huge for this offense. The fact that you can have someone you can rely on that puts pressure on the defense, it feels like every team is searching for that. And then you have Ladd and Keenan who can win, over the middle of the field. The fact that the defense is really good, I won't say it's elite, but it's going to complement an offense that right now looks like Herbert, who's a top 5 quarterback, a receiving group that looks like a top 10 unit. And I think Omarion Hampton, as the season gets on, is just going to get better and better. I think he's just going to get better and better. He looks explosive. He looks shifty. He can break tackles. He's good in the receiving game. And, of course, with Najee unfortunately going out, recovery to him. Hopefully he has speedy recovery.
I think he's out for the year.
Definitely. Torn Achilles. It's brutal. But he's going to get the lion's share. And I think he should have. But just Najee being a vet and they paid him money, he was going to get work. I think Omarion is just a better running back straight up. So the Chargers are going to be a problem. Like, the Chargers look like a team that are going to be in the AFC Championship conversation. They look like a team that can very well win this division. I'm cool with not putting them in, the best defense in the world category, but I'm looking at them like week in and week out, they're going to cause problems. They have one of the best defensive coordinators. They mix up coverages. They disguise coverages. There are a lot to deal with.
Well, it's far from an issue now like it was in the Brandon Staley era.
Yeah.
Like, now the defense can win them games.
Defense in the Brandon Staley era.
Exactly. Yeah, now the defense can win them games and they can bottle up opposing offenses in a great fashion. And Jesse Minter's scheme is a lot to deal with. If you guess wrong, that's a potential turnover because they blanket routes. They don't cover players. They cover concepts. And it's very hard to get open space against them. And the Broncos, that's why. That's why. It's the fact that the Broncos were able to do it was very impressive. And that's why Bo Nix in those opportunities, he has to take advantage of that. Because against a defense like that, it's not going to happen so often. And the fact that it happened to the degree that it happened against the Chargers, because Alohi Gilman coverage bust and Dante Jackson really getting fooled by play action concepts, that gave the Broncos a chance to really seal the game. And then they let Justin Herbert come in. Justin Herbert has never been under that amount of pressure in his career. But I think if one thing's for certain, through 3 weeks of football, the Chargers have shown that they might be one of, if not the most complete team in the AFC.
The Lions used me on their video.
The Detroit Lions?
Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
snap.
What video did you do?
We are eternally grateful.
Doesn't matter who they play. Doesn't matter where they play. Taking the Ravens.
That's funny.
They got your ass.
Oh, man. Yeah, they did get you. But all this conversation.
No, that's crazy.
That's not funny.
Like, this conversation about the Chargers defense being overrated. The Chargers defense is better than the Bills defense. The Chargers defense is better than the Ravens defense, and the Chargers defense is better than the Chiefs defense.
Yeah.
Amongst the top powerhouses in the AFC with the elite upper echelon quarterbacks, the Chargers have the best defense, and you can argue second to the Ravens, the best offense.
They're not
the
a better
best
offense than Buffalo.
I'm going to take the Bills.
Offensive line and the running game is a big reason why, because the Chargers, they're going to get tested against defensive lines that are great, because their offensive line outside of Joe Alt can really not hold up. They have too many holes and vulnerabilities. The right tackle, Trey Pipkins, they were trying to help him out with tight end chips against Jonathan Cooper. And as soon as Jonathan Cooper got by the chip, he would easily win his one-on-one in like a millisecond. So their offensive line is going to be an issue all year long, but there aren't many elite defensive lines that I feel like you really got to worry about in the AFC. Denver is one of the few, but outside of them, the Chiefs don't have an elite defensive line. The Ravens, when they're fully healthy, that's the one that I think has the most potential and ceiling. The Texans are 0-3, so you don't got to worry about them. And I don't think they're making the playoffs. And then you have the Buffalo Bills, who they're hit or miss. They have a lot of good players, but they don't have like any dominant blue chip Pro Bowl level players that you really have to game plan against for. I think they can hold up just fine. So the Chargers through 3 weeks have pretty much shown that they're the most complete team probably in the AFC. That's how good they've been.
I'm not totally against it.
Can't be that complete with the poopy offensive
The
line.
Ravens defense are questioning. The Bills defense are questioning. The Chiefs offense and defense are questioning right now. Is there anyone else I'm missing? Like, I don't know if the Colts probably in that conversation yet, right? So I don't think it's crazy.
Not yet.
Not yet.
They're not yet.
It's going to take I don't know at any time in the regular season if we're going to put the Colts in that tier.
Their pass defense is really good.
Yeah, I'm just saying as a whole.
No, I understand what you're saying.
So the Broncos offense this year is 21st in EPA per play and 28th in success rate.
We've been and think about that. That bad offense kind of torched the Chargers.
They didn't, though. You had the least amount of first downs of any team in a game this season.
Left a lot of meat on the bone, that's for sure.
Left a lot of meat on the bone.
It was like one of those guys that eats wings, but they like take 2 bites and are like, oh, I'm done with this.
Like I'm not hungry no more.
Put that wing back in your mouth and finish it.
Yes. What I learned today is that every great defense that lets up points to great offenses is a bad defense.
You know who didn't?
The Eagles? You mean an all-time historic defense by every metric?
All-time historic.
Yeah.
We don't do that shit now.
Their EPA per play in the playoffs
It's true.
was better than the Legion of Boom.
Yes.
Defensively,
We're
the
better.
Eagles were.
We're better.
Advanced stats rock.
Yeah, I mean, they had the most.
Also, I don't remember who they played
postseason.
too, so I don't,
They didn't play as good offenses as you. In their postseason run, it was the Saints, it was the 49ers, and then it was
who is this? Sorry.
The Broncos.
We only played 2 good offenses.
The Rams, the Commanders.
No, I'm glad that you're disrespecting the Packers.
We only played 2 good offenses.
And the Chiefs. If you don't want to count them.
I wasn't counting. I'm just counting NFC.
Oh, NFC.
We only played 2.
You're like, if you don't count Mahomes, like
we only played 2 good offenses.
Well, I don't count the Packers with all the injuries they had.
I just wasn't counting because they're just
not counting. It's not counting
because they're just not that good compared to us.
But still, I think at that time, the Niners, the Saints were tough comp, but they couldn't run the ball at that time. And then the calling card for them is the Broncos shutout.
Yeah, they beat the shit out the Broncos.
That's pretty much it. That's a big milestone. But no, the Eagles last year were a historically great defense. And just because Jaden Daniels played really well against them doesn't mean that they're like overrated. Like, no.
There's actually only one time offense played well against us.
The Colts.
There was a drive in the Rams game that I was like, whoa, okay, this is actually a team that's moving the ball.
Yeah, and it was Atlanta for a drive.
Yeah.
Then you had the Commanders' second game. And then, the Panthers, low key.
Panthers did move the ball against y'all, yeah.
And then, the Rams for that drive.
Low key was teams that could run the ball because the Rams were kind of running all over y'all.
We're terrible at outside runs. We're just because we have
Tyron had one of his best games of the season against you guys.
Volume, man. Efficiency.
He was
definitely volume guy.
He looked pretty efficient to me on Sunday.
I was going to say, this is twice.
He was actually pissing me off.
Twice he's played against the Eagles. Twice he's dogged them.
Yeah, he looked good to me.
Yeah,
I was getting aggravated.
called a fine probably for what he said after he celebrated a touchdown.
Said he hates us. I respect the hell out of that.
He didn't say that in the clip. He just said, fuck.
I respect that. They lost.
Should we talk about that game?
It's kind of nuts that we waited this long to talk
2 hours into the show.
Within the flow of the show, we're talking about the game.
We've done a great job of flowing into segments. If I'm being transparent,
we talking about shit that don't matter, like shit that just don't matter. No offense, Denver. What? The
Chargers matter.
Well, the Chargers matter. They're 3-0.
They don't matter in the grand scheme of things.
He's right, because they're the frauds of the season.
They do matter.
They don't matter. Like
that's the Denver Broncos.
A team just came back from 20.
We're 1-2. Can we really be frauds?
Matters. The most impressive win in the season.
The 3-0 team can't be a fraud.
Them and Buffalo, same shit. Because Buffalo did it in the quarter.
Yeah, no, that shit was nuts.
That shit was embarrassing.
There are a lot of funny theories that I've read in regards to the Eagles and Rams game.
Lamar can't play defense. Maybe you should try it.
Maybe he should not get sacked.
Against Buffalo, it's Henry.
I've heard some takes from comments.
You were ready to tweet, huh?
That no, I really wasn't.
In the first half.
But no, I really wasn't. But it was some takes that I heard that like Jalen Hurts started calling plays in the second half.
Yeah.
Because there were a couple times that he audibled at the line of scrimmage, but I thought that was more due to changing protections. I watched the film this morning and I was trying to figure out like what changed from the first half to the second half.
I feel like they just got more aggressive.
Yeah, I just feel like they started to move around AJ Brown and isolate him on the offense. If you go back and watch the second half, there's a lot of possessions where you have trips to one side and you have AJ Brown isolated. The Rams didn't play like a team that was very conservative in trying to keep a lead. They had secondary players blitzing from depth. There was this one play where the corner that's supposed to be guarding near the boundary, like waited once the ball was in Hurts' hand, like 2 seconds, and then went and blitzed, and it opened up Devontae Smith. I thought they went away from zone coverage and he started playing man-to-man a lot. And once they started playing man-to-man, I mean, AJ Brown just dominated those reps. He had a sluggo on the right to where he had a double move, and that's what really got the Eagles offense going to start the second half. I just feel like the Eagles utilized two things that I don't think they utilized in the first 2 weeks of the season. They were motioning much more, and they were targeting the middle of the field. There were routes breaking into the middle, and I think that helped out the spacing of the offense. In the first half, there were a lot of concepts that were kind of stuck together, and they made Hurts, life difficult to throw those. And I also think that, Amon said, and Hurts changed in the second half to where he just became aggressive. I think when you go from trying to preserve a lead with an elite run game and an elite defense, you play much differently than trying to come back in a game. Mm-hmm. And passes that he normally wouldn't have attempted if they were up maybe 10 points, he started going for. Mm-hmm. And it was just AJ Brown dominating those one-on-one matchups.
Hell yeah.
The Rams really getting caught on their heels with some bad defensive play calls. And it was a passing game that brought the Eagles back in this game all in all. And, the Rams, to lose a game like that hurts. I think the one thing it showed is that they can hang with Philadelphia if you want to maybe have a silver lining in the game for them.
We knew that, though.
For Philadelphia.
You guys bet you won.
I have never disrespected the Rams. Like you've seen me disrespect the Packers. You've seen me laugh at the Commanders, but I've kept the utmost respect for the Rams. And
they put some fear in your heart.
Different.
Not fear, but they definitely give me that hush. Let me relax. Definitely make me get up. I'm horny for this one.
They have an offense and they have playmakers that they put fear in you.
But let me say this,
like
though.
Puka Nacua has dominated his two
matchups. Puka was amazing.
He's a dog. I really love that he keeps on doing this. He makes us look smarter, but he makes a lot of people look stupid.
He was a dog, and I really hope we get a number 2 because that's going to be a problem. What QM did to Devontae Adams in the second half
for sure,
really made me nut.
Second half,
bro.
He was OD,
the shit. He had one little that could have been a flag, cool. But outside of that, bro, he was so amazing. Just like, bro, Puka's gonna get his. You can't stop both of them. We just don't have the guys.
And they
to stop
move
both.
him around so
yeah.
much.
So like, just lock in on Tay, and he did that in the second half. Losing Lane Johnson, Fred Johnson, he came in. He was really good. He was steady for us. We couldn't find a way to run the ball. They had us bottled there.
They said this should not happen again.
Yeah, because Saquon had his 2 best games.
He got it better up front. And the Eagles going from Matt Pryor to Fred Johnson, it opened things up.
Yeah, and like losing Lane, first of all, losing Lane was brutal because we did not recover for like 2 quarters. Like we lost Lane early. First of all, Zach Bowen made a great play, got the interception. We ended up scoring on that. We lost Lane early. Shit got bad. But one thing I can say, the defense kept, they didn't give up easy touchdowns.
Second half, they were locked.
Yeah, and then in the second half, they locked in. I thought the offense got a lot more aggressive. And I was saying this in the house as I was laying down because I was pissed off. I'm like, yo, dude, we can do this passing shit this whole entire time.
We've known this.
And we're not doing it. It's like, you got Smitty, let him work inside, put A.J. Brown on one side, let him do his thing dolo. You have Dallas, seam up the middle if he needs to, and go to work. And Jalen Hurts' best ability is his deep ball. So why not make it do what it got to do? But I love that we adjusted. I love how aggressive we were. I love how, we played aggressive. You said something important. You was like, the Rams, they played like they didn't play like they were up 20. Like, they were still going for it on fourth down. They were still really aggressive. They were running the ball.
I think that's what you have to do.
And I fuck with
play calls on fourth down were pretty awful.
They were. And the Rams didn't change who they were. And you shouldn't. You should keep your identity. Play who you are. And that's what the Rams did. It was a one play. Jordan Davis, it was a 4th and 2, I think, or a 3rd and 2. He had to catch Staffy. Like, he had to legitimately get his big ass over there and catch Staffy. He did, and that was clutch. We needed that.
He's not slow. 18.52 miles an hour.
He lost weight. He lost like 20 pounds.
Yeah. 330 doing that?
Him blocking them having the conversation like, we can block this guy field goal, and them doing it twice was also fire. Much needed. Big game. Big game.
Hell
Big game. Because the narratives going into the first, I was on Twitter, but I wasn't tweeting. So I was just reading. You know how when you go in and you read?
Nothing worse.
It was disgusting, the things that was said in the first. And it was well deserved. I would have said nothing. I would have went off for the day. I wouldn't have watched no other game. I just went in the room like, all right, this shit is probably over. Second half came out, had a different attitude, had a different aggressiveness. I loved the running game wasn't there, so you decided trusting your quarterback. It worked. Loved it. Even them driving late, I was scared as hell because I felt like it's gonna be the playoff game again. Here they go, Staffy and Puka. It's literally, they put Ja'Cory Bennett. He got fucked the whole entire drive. Like, the last drive, they was just giving it to him. And I was like, what else can we do? Like, we need another cornerback too.
Like the way he was?
He was. And I feel like that was the biggest thing I got from that game. Like, if we want to stack up against the Rams, which I think we still can regardless, we need another guy.
Can I ask you a question?
Talk to me.
Do you love Jalen Hurts?
Why are you waiting so long?
Because I only love.
You love QM.
Why did you love Carson Wentz?
That was different.
Is it because he's, I don't know, your type of guy?
I think he was my guy. Jalen wasn't really my guy.
Okay, but here's the thing.
He took Wentz, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, what sucks?
Brock Osweiler wasn't my guy. He wasn't. My guy was Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
I very much wanted Peyton to win the Super Bowl for us. I loved what Brock Osweiler did for us. I really appreciate and cherish him for that shit. He's not my guy, though.
Well, you love CJ Stroud, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love CJ Stroud over Hurts. Nuts.
Like,
He's my favorite.
But Jalen Hurts, what he has done.
At this point,
I like Hurts.
Philadelphia.
I like Hurts.
What does he have to do? He won a Super Bowl.
I like Hurts. I like
He won a
Hurts.
Super Bowl. He's one of the coolest players in the league.
I love my team. I love my, like, you'll never hear me. I love my team.
I don't think there's anything wrong with what he's saying.
I love 2 players on the Eagles.
I don't know.
I only love 2 players.
Smitty and QM?
No, Smitty and Lane.
You don't love Saquon?
You love QM.
I like Saquon.
You don't love Saquon?
I like Saquon.
You won a Super Bowl not solely because of him, but damn
I like
it, he
Saquon.
gets how much percentage?
Where's Quinn? You talk about Quinn more than fucking probably any other defender in the league.
QM's getting up there.
I will say, it is odd to love your football team and not love the quarterback. Those are kind of
I've loved way worse quarterbacks than Jalen Hurts.
I like Jalen Hurts.
I've only loved worse quarterbacks.
I like Jalen Hurts for sure.
We know you.
I only love like 4
Not gonna
NFL
lie,
players.
I love Drew Lock. I was ready. When Case Keenum signed with us, I'm
You
like,
got,
let's do it.
but bro,
Teddy Bridgewater.
Drew, you keep forgetting this. You guys are bigger football fans than me. It's completely different.
Jalen Hurts was
But you
the
love
quarterback.
Stroud,
You're a bigger basketball
Yeah, but
fan
he's
than
more
me.
my-
I love
like,
the Celtics
he's my favorite
and
player.
Tatum, I love.
I want to get this straight. If Jalen Hurts was the quarterback of the Denver Broncos, I would treat him like he invented the game.
Unfortunately, it's Bo Nix, but
I love Bo Nix.
We haven't seen much in a while.
I mean, I got to watch my favorite player, top 3 quarterback in the history
that was a
of the game.
minute ago.
It was almost a decade ago.
Might have been longer.
It shows how long we've been watching.
what do you like? Just you watching the Eagles, like, what do you love more? What Hurts did or what Nick Foles did?
Ooh.
Foles is more
What Foles?
Cinderella.
What Foles did.
Foles was
Cinderella,
honestly not
What
fans
Foles
of the
did.
Eagles were like, wait.
It was.
I think I'm rooting for this guy.
Story,
He also played better in his run, though.
I mean, he had one of the best runs ever.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit up and argue.
That's why I was asking him.
What Foles did.
But
for
did
sure.
you love Nick Foles as a player?
No.
Well, yeah, that's also. But Hurts has been starting year 4.
No, yeah. I mean, I think it is odd, but I feel like
Hurts had an all-pro
he loves
season.
his team, so
he has 2 Super Bowl runs.
Season, being honest,
that's what I'm saying. He literally.
We just have to acknowledge that Riv isn't the average Eagles fan.
He's not.
You're not.
Which is not a bad thing.
It's
actually a good thing.
There's a part
I might be the most normal Eagles fan that should be. Like, I don't know.
You're pretty level-headed for sure. I just also think what we saw from Jalen Hurts this past weekend is who we all should.
Did it make me
know
wanna,
who
yeah,
he is?
Did it make me want to jerk him off? Absolutely.
I get,
like,
I
it definitely made me
understand.
want to look at him like, yo, bro.
What? So what is it? Do you think
you're making me uncomfortable? Like, that's like I'm like the shit he was doing. I'm like, yo, bro.
Yes,
it's
he's
there.
a dog.
What does he have to do for you to get to that? Is it not on the field? It's just something about him that it's just never going to be there.
Carry every week. That seems unfair.
If I'm being honest, if what he did in the Super Bowl last year is not going to do it, I don't think anything's ever going to do it.
I have to look at it like in a sense of if he wasn't on my team, would I like him?
What's not to like? He's not on mine.
I think it's just like
I have a crush on him.
Nah, I only really love like Josh, Jetta, CJ. That's really it. Denzel Ward too. Love Denzel Ward. That's really it. Like
you're saying outside the Eagles.
Yeah, like most people I love are like on different teams.
You love CD, and that's in division.
I love CD.
Take a lap.
But that one. We go. That was.
If I came out and said I love Justin Herbert, you wouldn't look at me sideways.
You've done it before.
I love Justin Herbert.
At one point, you loved him. At one point, you loved him for sure. At one point, you definitely loved him.
Dude, I just gotta be quiet.
Yeah, no, I'm not a normal Eagles fan, bro. I love when we win. I will.
I'll give you that. You're Eagles first. You don't care what Hurts does. You want the Eagles to win.
Yeah,
I'm just curious. Do you love him? The answer is no.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not gonna say a lot. I like him.
I'm surprised he doesn't give you a little extra boost when he does play like at this level.
He makes me hard, bro.
Okay. That's all I need to hear. That's all I need to hear,
bro. But I think I've grown to like him though, because I remember I used to not like him. He used to piss me off. I've grown to genuinely like him. Like, all right, like I like my quarterback.
4 years. I mean, he couldn't give you more. Like he's given you all of what he has. Last year was a great, like, I'm a team guy first. If Saquon needs the ball a million times for us to win, that's what it'll be. And he has moments like the Pittsburgh game, like the Chiefs game, albeit the defense was the backbone. But you need him to air the ball out. He can do it.
We're just so good, like...
You are.
That's what I'm most interested in is going forward. I'm not convinced that, like... I think it's going to be more like we're going to rely on Saquon on the defense. I don't think it's going to turn into which it probably should be.
As long as they're not down, it's probably going to be more conservative.
But the thing that's annoying is that a lot of people are saying, oh, they only do it when they have to. The first 2 weeks you had to. Like, you weren't blowing these teams out by 30. You were in dog fights in week 1 and week 2, and you could not pass the ball.
I do think...
I'm sorry, King.
There's 2 things to be said. Number one, they played much better in the second half. They also saw much more man coverage, which is something that they were not seeing the first 2 weeks of the season. And that is a much different approach. It is. You have to pick your spots better. AJ Brown is often bracketed and not one-on-one. I mean, the amount of times the Rams left him isolated with Darius freaking Williams or Emmanuel Forbes
was
pretty baffling.
Be serious.
Josh Gordon?
Over AJ Brown?
Yes.
Oh my God.
1,600.
So, and that's how the Rams are playing.
Did you ever do that?
Look at his
me
offense.
Straight in his face. 1,600?
AJ Brown's better.
We're not going to...
Brandon Whedon, I think that's when Terrell Pryor decided to play quarterback.
Terrell Pryor was good.
Yo, Terrell
had better receiver, and
he had a K. He was. They played man, and that was the worst mistake of their life.
If they're gonna play man single high, we're gonna see shots down the field with the Eagles offense, but that's not how they were getting played the first 2 weeks. I do think the offensive play calling was a huge reason why the passing attack looked so lethargic. But the explosive plays we saw Philadelphia make was more due to how the Rams were defending them and how they chose to capitalize on that. And Hurts is and was last year and has been throughout his Eagles career, especially since A.J. Brown got into the fold, one of the very best quarterbacks against man-to-man coverage. It was last year where he ranked 26th or 27th in EPA per play against zone. So you get those man coverage looks, you're going to get a real efficient passing day like you saw yesterday.
I was excited for sure.
There's not many times.
I was bummed.
There's not many times a defending Super Bowl champ who starts off 2-0 needed like a morale win. It does, like you don't really see that, but that's what it felt.
I'm not
like.
gonna lie. I think you guys,
Bro, that was the first home game.
but dude, this could be a spooky season for y'all.
No,
in the best way possible.
Like, you know how other teams are looking at the Browns game and they're like,
Wow.
this
You know?
is a wake up call.
I was here to give you guys flowers. And this turning into
this is like, we just beat the Rams. Like,
dude. After this
Comeback.
kind of win, if I'm an Eagles fan,
No.
I'm chatting 17-0 because the Rams legitimately could be potentially the best team we face all season.
we'll eventually lose. Our schedule's nuts.
Yeah, it is.
So, we'll eventually lose.
It is. You got tested strongly, and you
I think
answered.
first home game, them coming out like that and then responding is really dope. 3-0. I think next week is probably tough too. We got Tampa Bay, but they don't have Mike
sure.
Evans, but
And
they've
they have
owned
your
us.
number.
Yeah, they've
Tampa
owned us
has,
the last
yeah.
3-4
They have a lot of
years.
But they got a lot of
right now,
injuries.
though, yeah.
It's
We
kind
had-
of like
yeah.
flipped right now. How you
was
guys played
last
them
year.
last
Yeah.
year?
A lot
Exactly.
of injuries, yeah. So hopefully we can get that monkey off our back because that's one that's been lingering.
Yeah.
But speaking on just the Rams, their defensive line is probably one of the best in football. They have a
sure.
the
lot of
secondary is
talent.
garbage,
Secondary is actually
It's been bad for years
The
since
corner
Jalen's been gone.
specifically
Yeah.
because Quentin Lake at safety is playing really well for
He
them.
is.
But it's
I didn't think Forbes had a bad game.
Yeah, Forbes is just he's
I know,
lighter,
yeah, I know,
and it's
yeah.
AJ Brown and Smitty. But Forbes and Williams, that is the weak link of the Rams defense.
It is. And I think once they get some guys out there, they'll be really dope. But Stafford was great. For the most part, Devontae was really good. Puka was amazing. What's his name again?
Kyron Williams.
Kyron Williams. He was really good.
Can you respect him?
No, I was going to say either Kion or Kyron. That's what I was trying to
Christ.
think.
Anthony.
He's
but they're,
awesome.
Yeah, but they're front four. Dude,
Dogs.
that's the scary thing.
Dogs.
Like, Stafford is amazing. He's scary in his own right. But that front four, the fact that they can stop us from running the ball like that,
Yeah.
that's the scary part.
Verse, Kobe, Braden, there's some animals up there.
And there was very few times we saw in the last couple of years Jalen Hurts get hit how he got hit against the Rams.
Oh, my God.
He
they hit him
took a
hard.
couple big
But-
shots.
No Lane.
Dude,
So if we get Lane back,
let me
What's the
ask,
status?
he just was out for that game. He's the most valuable player.
how would football conversations have looked in the 90s about Troy Aikman? Like, Troy Aikman was,
based off what
pretty
we saw?
average.
Shit.
I say this, in the 90s, if media existed like it did today,
Oh, I see what
how
you're
would
saying.
people talk about Troy Aikman?
Yeah, only one.
Exactly. He won almost every year. He won
Yeah.
3 and 4 years. He was kind of okay. Like,
Yeah.
Are
he
you
was
making the Hurts comparison? to him?
exactly.
I don't think the national media talks bad about Hurts outside of like maybe Nick Wright.
Nick
be
Wright definitely
honest.
does.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I got to get off
Like
Twitter.
Rex
Maybe it'll
Ryan-
be good for me.
Rex Ryan, Twitter
Twitter-
definitely. I think
yeah,
public
facts.
perception, fans, sure, but like Dan Orlovsky was like top 5.
You know what I've really come
Rex
to?
Ryan was like one of the best. All these guys.
I've come to terms with ESPN. I really don't lock in as much as I used to when I was a kid.
I loved First Take when I was a kid.
Twitter is really where
Yeah, that's how we
I
consume media.
gauge
Yeah.
who is liked, who is hated, because we know who's disliked. It's Hurts, it's Tua, it's Mahomes, Bo Nix.
Herbert used to be disliked a lot.
Still is.
Herbert
I would
still
is.
definitely
People are starting to
Just think he's
come
a
warm
fraud.
to
For sure.
Never wins. Type
players that are loved. I think Lamar. I would put him in there now.
shit. He's gotten there.
There's
yeah.
not many.
Lamar and
A lot
Josh-
of them are skill position players.
Lamar and Josh
They're
have
not
the
many. Not many
toxic-
quarterbacks are
Not a lot of people
loved.
hate Jamar
I just
Chase or
think
Jettis.
that when I think about just
Lions
how
fans hate Jettis bad.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's
Jaden,
division, it's
Love
division.
Jaden. Love
Yeah.
Jaden.
They
New
think
kid
I'm
on the
gonna rise
block.
better.
Usually how it goes.
I get it.
Yeah,
If I was a
Then
Lions fan,
I've-
I'd be saying
then
shit.
who would it?
Than
then
Jamar
Jettis.
or Jet.
Oh, okay. That's good.
what I've noticed from just fans is I think that a lot of them they just get into these wars, these debates with each other.
Oh man, Josh and
And
Lamar
it just
fans.
exasperates
fault.
things. Because, like, for example, Jalen Hurts gets hated on by a lot of fan bases, right? But I think Ravens fans take jabs. And then Eagles fans take jabs by saying that Hurts is better than Lamar because he's won in the playoffs and stuff. So, I think all of
Jabs
that
all around.
all of that builds on top of each other because then an Eagles fan says this. Now, if Hurts has a bad game, all these Ravens fans come and say this. Lamar Jackson took a lot of sacks last night, and you got Eagles fans now talking smack about the Lamar performance and how, Hurts wouldn't do that. I just think that it's just a never-ending cycle, and, it's just they have their little own wars.
Fans make it the problem.
Welcome back to the show. This is going to be the final part of today's episode. We have a variety of topics that we're going to record right now, and it's going to be up on TikTok, all edited, fancy and stuff. And just going to get by these things real quick. Just a lot of week 3 headlines, some cool topics, So first up, I want you guys to rank every 3-0 team from best to worst.
Well, we know what number 1 is.
Easily. Philadelphia Eagles.
Philly, number 1.
Always.
Number 2, since we have the Eagles at 1, are the Buffalo Bills.
Of course.
100%. Give me Buffalo.
Too.
And I'll make it easier. 3 is the Chargers.
Indianapolis.
Chargers at 3.
Chargers
The
are better.
Colts are better than the Chargers?
No, we're not
with
doing
that. But I get why you're saying that, and I love that
They
you're
don't have a
standing
better
where you're
offense. They
standing.
don't have better defense. They haven't gone up against better competition.
Don't have a better offense? What?
Get nasty.
What are you even saying to me right
I'm
now?
not believing the 3 weeks of them being a top
Jonathan
offense.
Taylor might be the best back in football.
JT for sure. I'm trusting Justin Herbert over Daniel Jones.
Nah, but numbers-wise, the Colts do have a better offense than the
I
Chargers.
don't buy it long
Numbers-wise.
Yeah, sure. Numbers-wise, I'm not buying that long term.
So we have the Chargers at 3.
I think the Chargers have a better defense. I think they're a better team, so I will put them at
You want to talk about most complete team in the league? We might start looking at Indianapolis.
They have one of the worst-ranked defenses.
The pass defense is good.
All right, so 3 is the Chargers.
Yep.
Number 4 is between the Buccaneers, Niners, and Colts.
Wait, do they have one of the worst pass ranked defenses?
Yeah, they do.
Because week 1 they let up 8 points. Week 2 we kind of gashed them, but then against the Titans they didn't. They kind of locked them down.
Titans stink.
They're 29th in pass rush win rate this season.
Okay,
That's not pass defense, though.
No.
Yeah. The EPA per play on defense, I think, is like 9th or 11th.
Okay, I was
Overall.
gonna say.
Yeah.
All right, I knew it wasn't that bad considering they played. Regardless,
What team are we talking
doesn't
about?
really matter. I'm not dragging that
Colts are
too
3
much.
in EPA
Colts are
per
4.
pass.
Oh, sorry. I'm going back to the rankings.
Oh, all right, it's 3 or 4 to me minimum. But if you guys want to settle on
Colts
the
are 4.
Chargers,
Chargers 3, Colts 4.
Yes.
Okay.
Buccaneers 5.
I was gonna say because that's a conversation.
We
The
can talk about
Buccaneers
them
could be
being
4.
4.
They could be 3 maybe.
When they get healthy, for sure, but we put them at 5.
Because they're unhealthy, that's why they're at 5. If healthy, honestly, 3.
Yes.
The Buccaneers.
Buccaneers are 5.
Yeah, I think they could be that good.
Yep.
They're right there with the Chargers, I think.
I
if they're
agree.
healthy.
I
I'm with you.
agree.
I'm
Yeah.
with you.
So then last we have the 49ers. So we're dealing with a lot of injuries, and Nick Bosa is ruled out.
You
for
want
the
to
year.
talk about a team if they were healthy, they could be maybe even 2.
The fact they're finding ways to win, though, 3-0, Purdy might come back next week. I mean, you can't get better than that.
Bosa hurts, man. He's out for the year.
I will say Shanahan's given us some impressive coaching performances. If he brings this team to the playoffs, this is his best yet. He should be coach of the year.
So our final list is the Philadelphia Eagles at 1,
Duh.
the Buffalo Bills at 2,
Sweet.
the LA Chargers at 3, number 4, the Indianapolis Colts, number 5, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and number 6, the San Francisco 49ers. Now we're going to do the inverse, and we're going to rank every 0-3 team from worst to best. So if you're number 1, it's actually not a good thing on this list. Who's number 1?
The worst team,
Saints.
Tennessee Titans.
It's between those two.
Okay, Tennessee 1, Saints 2, Browns 3.
I think the Giants are 3.
The Browns got to win.
The Browns did get a win.
Yeah.
I think the Giants or Jets are 3.
Give me the
Jets
Jets.
have played
Jets
good
have been
football.
2 competitive games at
Yeah.
least.
I'll put the Jets behind the Giants.
Yeah, I'd have the
So-
Giants 1 spot ahead.
So Giants 3, Jets at 4.
The Jets are the best 0-3 team. That's what I'm hearing.
No, the Texans.
Ah.
Yeah, Texans are 6.
Yeah, because then 5 would be the Dolphins, and I think 6.
Oh, we could put
is
the
the
Jets
Houston
over the
Texans.
Dolphins.
No, the Jets are not better than the
The
Dolphins.
Dolphins are better
The
than
Jets could have had a win.
The Dolphins could have had 2 wins.
Win.
Against the Bills and against the Patriots.
The Bills win. At what point did you think they could have had
They
that
don't
win?
have like a serious shot.
What do you mean? Tua had an opportunity to win the game.
He always sells.
Tie it, and that would have gave
He
way.
always sells.
Oh my God. Can you guys stop trying to get a
Drew,
clip off? You guys are making me sick.
You said it
Trust me.
yourself. The last drive, you knew it was going to happen. You said it yourself.
I never would ever be caught dead saying that out loud.
At the very least, the Dolphins made it competitive against the Bills.
I'm honestly, I'm putting the Bills over the Dolphins over the Jets.
That's fine. I
I'm
don't
not
hate
mad
it.
at that.
I'm saying
Take
Jets.
the Dolphins over the Texans too. The Texans are actually dog shit.
No.
They could have won
Give me the
every
Texans.
game they
They
played.
could have.
The Texans could have won every
They
game
could
they
have beat
played.
the Rams.
Okay,
They
you
could have
guys
beat
are
the
right.
Bucks.
You're
Fact.
right.
They
My
should have
bad.
beat the
That's on me.
Bucks.
Hey. I apologize, but you lose to the Jags. I'm sorry.
I
That kind of
know.
leaves a
I know.
sour
And they
taste
could
in
have
your
won that
mouth.
game too.
That leaves a sour taste in your mouth. You
I'm
lose
with
to the
you.
Jags, like, I'm sorry,
The
you're
2
kind of
and 1
bad.
Jags.
The Dolphins lost to the Patriots. That you hate that.
Yeah, it's nasty.
There's no defending that.
So our final list, number 1, we have the Tennessee Titans as the worst team in the NFL. Number 2, the New Orleans Saints. Number 3, the New York Giants. Number 4, the New York Jets. Number 5, the Miami Dolphins. And number 6, the Houston Texans. Now, because we are heading into week 4, we have to talk about some week 3 overreactions. And we have some in or out statements. Are you in or out on these week 3.
I hate one of these.
Overreactions. The Packers are pretenders.
I'm out. I still think, yes, I'm out on them being pretenders. I still think they're contenders, one of the 3 best teams in the NFC, but I do have them 3.
I'm out. I think this is a 4-team race right now in the NFC. It's the Packers, the Lions, the Rams, and the Eagles. I'm not letting one loss to the Browns sway that.
I'm in on this because I have real concerns about this offense.
Ooh.
I'm out. I think the Packers are clearly still contenders. Like you mentioned it, Riv said they're one of the best teams in the NFC.
The 3rd,
I
to be
think
exact.
they're still one of the best teams in the NFC. And
Fourth,
what
maybe.
we saw against
Detroit.
the Browns, they'll never get embarrassed like that again.
We don't know that,
Don't
actually.
say that out loud.
You better stop.
I'm just
They're gonna lose to the
jinxing them. I'm
Giants.
jinxing them left and right. Okay, next statement up. The Eagles should be more pass heavy. Enough of being run first. Let's air the ball out.
I'm in on this statement. Jalen Hurts has shown multiple times when you let him be the commander of the ship, he can elevate his level of play to one of the best in the league.
I think I'm in on this because I'm in on this because of the way defenses are playing against us and the way they're just bottling up Saquon. You have to keep the defenses guessing. You have to make the play call a little bit more open. So I am in on this. I still think we should be run offense first, but open up the playbook a little bit more. That's all I'm asking for.
Yeah, I'm in too. I mean, this offense shouldn't be throwing the ball the least amount of times in the NFL, right? I know they have Saquon Barkley and a great defense, but you have Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith too. You have to throw the ball more.
I'm in on this. I feel like nowadays the pass sets up the run. The Eagles have been opposite for a while now, and they've still been able to win. It's a testament to how great they are, but air the ball out. They have so many playmakers on the outside, and Jalen Hurts can get it done as well. Next statement, Daniel Jones is an MVP candidate.
MVP is a little strong. I'm out on this. I think he's been great. He's been sensational. I don't think he's in serious MVP consideration just yet. Just yet.
I think I'm out on this. I have a couple guys firmly ahead of him, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert. I think he'll play really well throughout the end of the season, but I'm out on it.
You have no idea how emotional this makes me. To hear all the disrespect and the slander that was thrown Daniel Jones' way. I don't know if you were here.
They told us AR was starting.
You know what? True. Coming into the season, you were here.
You never thought the words MVP, the letters MVP and Daniel Jones would be in the same sentence.
Never did I think that.
Drew, sometimes we just be on the same page.
It's
and
true,
they don't get
and
it,
really it hits.
You know what I'm saying?
When it hits, it hits.
They don't be knowing.
Daniel Jones and MVP talks, for me, that's good enough. And you
go.
know what? I'm all in on this because the Indianapolis Colts are my team. I'm all in on for the rest of this 2025 season. This offense is legit. Daniel Jones just needed average at minimum around him, and he has far above that in Jonathan Taylor. Michael Pittman fully healthy. That obviously gives him a great boost. And Shane Steichen has shown when you just give him a quarterback that is competent, he can elevate a team.
Drew, as your brother, you told us, you made a promise to us that there might not be nothing that can make you root for the Colts ever again.
I did some soul searching.
Okay.
And I want to say rest in peace to Jim Irsay. With that being said, I'm back in.
What Drew said is the equivalent of the kiss of death. We're going to get a Daniel Jones 2-interception game in the next couple of weeks.
You know what? I've chatted about Daniel Jones in the past, and what did he do? He absolutely lit up your Minnesota Vikings. Ooh, that's a soft spot nowadays.
Sheesh.
That
I'm
being
a Packers
said,
fan, baby.
trust me,
You've been a lot of fans
I'm loyal to the soil.
We know. However, Daniel Jones is here. There's nothing that I could say that can doom him. He's locked.
I'm out, but he's playing at a really high level right now. Like there aren't 6-ish quarterbacks you can name that are playing at a higher level than him right now. He's playing really good football, and it's not just schemed up stuff. Like he's making throws under pressure, he's breaking out of sacks, and he's making plays. Next statement: C.J. Stroud peaked and is the NFL's version of Michael Carter-Williams, of Tyreek Evans. Amazing rookie seasons, but they just keep going down.
Riv, you're not going to be the only one saying this. Out. His offensive line is putrid garbage. It's sad. It's really hard to watch because he has nothing to protect him. And what was the Texans' great idea? Let's trade the best offensive lineman we have and get nothing better in return. Yeah, I'm out on this. CJ Stroud's going to be fine.
I'm out. Peaked is a funny ass
He did
were
peak so far.
Yeah, I do think there's some things that he has to work on internally. Like I think he needs to get his accuracy back. I think his accuracy specifically on outbreaking routes and stuff like that has been a struggle, and his pocket presence hasn't been there. But I think there's bigger issues than him, so I am out on it.
I'm out. He's certainly regressed since his rookie season, but when you look what's around him, we were coming into this year knowing the offense was going to be bad. We knew the offensive line was going to be terrible, so I'm not shocked the offense has looked like this.
I'm out on this. I wondered how the Texans offense can possibly get worse from last year, but it's gotten even worse, and that's alarming. CJ Stroud doesn't have a chance out there. I know there are some plays you can single out where he's not making the right decision, but for the most part, it's the other way around, and the team is not helping him out. Next batch of in or out statements. Are you in or out on these week 3 overreactions? The Bengals will finish with a top 5 pick in next year's draft.
I'm all in. This team's not good.
Top 5 strong.
The only thing holding them together was Joe Burrow being the quarterback. Of course, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins helps, but the fact that you don't have a legit starting quarterback, lo and behold, a top 5 at worst quarterback in the league playing for you now, it's over. Defense is terrible. Offense without Burrow is not good. Yeah, they're going to have a bottom 5 pick, and it can help the Bengals, believe it or not.
It's a funny number because they could be like have a 6th pick to 7th pick, but I get the overall ideas. They'll be one of the worst teams in the league, and I'm in on that. So yes, I am in on them having a top 5 pick.
I'm in. I'm looking at the rest of the schedule. They have like 5 potential wins. They have the Browns still one more time. They play the Jets, the Cardinals, but overall, this team sucks. And Jake Browning looks horrible, and we know the defense is bad. They can't run the ball. They can't get Chase and Higgins involved. They're going to have a top pick this year.
I'm in on this as well. I think they should be sellers. Trey Hendrickson's on a 1-year deal. They should try to trade him and get some value back to add to their draft picks, because when Joe Burrow comes back next season, because if they're bad enough, he's not going to play another down this year. They got to build a good team around him, and they have to build an offensive line, most importantly, around him. Next statement. More than 3 quarterbacks from the 2024 class will be franchise quarterbacks.
What class is that? That's Caleb in them?
I'm in. Caleb, Jaden, Drake May, Bo Nix, and the list.
I think Caleb, Jaden, Drake May. I'm in. Bo Nix still a wait and see.
More than 3. So you means one more. Either JJ Penix or Bo Nix will be a franchise quarterback.
Fuck it. I'm in.
Who's it going to be?
Bo Nix and JJ.
Oh, both of them.
Let's do it.
I'm in. I think you have 3 for certains, and you just need to hit 1 on 3. Is it going to be JJ? Is it going to be Bo? Is it going to be Penix? I don't know, but I think one of them will pan out.
A lot of those guys leave a lot of meat on the bone.
A lot of meat.
I'm out on this. There are 3 quarterbacks in the class that I feel very confident about. That's Jaden, Caleb, and Drake May. Everybody else, I feel iffy about. I still have to see more, because right now, it's not looking so good. Bo Nix had a great rookie season. He's been playing poorly. Michael Penix has looked really bad, getting shut out by Carolina. And JJ only has 1 start. I'm banking on 3 of them being franchise guys. The other 3, I'm not sure. Next statement. Raiders shouldn't have drafted Ashton Genty.
I'm out on this because I feel like it's still too early. I feel like the tape Ashton Genty put out there, it was one of the best tapes you've seen from running back, and it's hard to just not pick that talent. And I do think it's still a little too early, so I'm out.
Far too often we've seen the Raiders go on need as opposed to best player available. Last 2 years, Brock Bowers, Ashton Genty. They got it right. No, they should not have gone another direction. Ashton Genty was the obvious selection for them. It's not Ashton Genty's fault that the offensive infrastructure for the offensive line is not great, but that's something that you can build, and eventually he'll reap the benefit of that. But you don't just find another Ashton Genty.
I'm in. And it's not because Ashton Genty isn't great. I think he's going to be probably a top 5 running back one day. But when you take a running back top 6, you don't get any leeway in the rookie contract. Ashton Genty's already one of the highest paid running backs. This team isn't ready to win, so the value for the pick is not there. You need so much else, and then you could get a running back. Will it be as good as Genty? Probably not. But you see, you have Genty, you still can't run the damn football.
Exactly. Right now, Ashton Genty has more yards after contact than he has rushing yards. 146 yards after contact compared to 144 rushing yards. Sometimes I get you. You take best player available. But when you look at who they pass on, Armin Membu, who looks sensational for the New York Jets right now, not only can the Raiders not run the ball because their offensive line is putrid, they can't pass the ball either. Geno Smith is under constant duress. Like, do I think a combination of Armin Membu and Bachel Tutin in the 3rd round would have been better for them than Ashton Genty and their current offensive line now? I do think so. So I'm in on this. I just think that Gentry is in a bad infrastructure. And it's an example of how if a team isn't ready for a running back, they should wait and build the foundation up first. Next statement and the last statement, Marvin Harrison Jr. being a superstar receiver.
This is the toughest one you've given me.
Basically what he was hyped up to be coming into the NFL.
I think hyped up, no. Because what he was hyped up to be was up there where, like, they was comparing him to Megatron and stuff. Like, he was getting super, super hyped up. I still think he can be a top 12-ish wide receiver in football, but I am out on the hype of Marvin Harrison Jr. I just think it's deeper than the K1 situation. I think his tape leaves a lot to be desired. Yeah, I'm out on it.
I'm out too. I mean, look at the top receivers in the league. Is he ever going to be close to good as Chase, Jettas, A.J. Brown, CeeDee, Malik Neighbors, Puka, Amon-Ra St. Brown? There are some heavy hitters in the NFL right now. Marv just doesn't have the juice to be that guy.
I'm not leaving Marvin's side. I still believe in the upside of him. I'm not letting a bad game this past weekend against San Fran where it was his obvious worst game of his career, just dropping gimmies. It's uncharacteristic of Marvin. He's going to be a lot better. I do believe in the talent.
I'm out on him being a superstar receiver. I think he's going to be a really good receiver in the league. But what he was hyped up to be, I don't think I see that ceiling now that I've seen him in the NFL, but he could figure it out. I mean, JSN didn't look the best his rookie season, and now he looks amazing.
One of the best in the game
so
right now.
We got to give Marvin Harrison Jr. time, but right now I am out on this. Now, after week 3, after every week in the NFL, we do our weekly awards.
Yep.
And we're about to do our weekly awards now. This is our NFL Week 3 awards. Who are your guys' offensive player of the week?
So my offensive player of the week, I love the fact that we all went a little bit different in this department. For me, it's David Montgomery, just for the impact he had on that game. You saw a Monday night game against Baltimore. I believe Baltimore was the home team. Jahmyr Gibbs starts the game off. Obviously, they're trying to make him more of their number one running back. Struggled a little bit. Montgomery came in the game. The way he was able to get into them cuts, make a move, make a guy miss, break off some big runs, break off that big run that could have been a touchdown, but he slowed down a little bit, got a little tired. I felt like he was one of those guys that changed that game for this Detroit Lions team. That's offense been getting back to that flow. So for me, offensive player of the week, David Montgomery.
Mine's going to be A.J. Brown. 6 catches, over 100 yards, and a touchdown. Conversation was getting nasty after, especially week 1. You saw the separation score was ugly. Week 2 didn't get much going. Week 3, he reintroduced himself if he needed to and said, I'm still top 4, top 3 receiver in the league.
It's Jonathan Taylor. I said it coming into the week. He was going to go ahead and single-handedly beat the Tennessee Titans. 17 carries, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor is back to proving when he's at his best, he's as good as any back in the league.
I'm going with Caleb Williams. 4 touchdown performance, 298 yards. Showcased that arm talent. Bears' first win at home in the Ben Johnson era. He looked awesome against the Cowboys. Next award, Defensive Player of the Week.
Riv, I saw your awards already, and I'm sorry. There's only one answer. It's Isaiah Rodgers.
Everybody picked him, so I feel like I'll go somewhere different. Lions defense, I gave him the whole shit.
I like that. I like it.
Going in Baltimore, sacking Lamar 7 times. Obviously, 5 of them, 5 were his fault. 5. Just able to get insane pressure. I thought the defense was really good. Defense bottled up Derrick Henry. Something you got to look for. Isaiah Rodgers, he played great. He played Jake Browning, with all due respect.
Okay.
Baltimore's offense, high powered, so I gave it to them.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Isaiah Rodgers would be my pick, but my backup pick? How good was Bobby Wagner against the Raiders this week? 11 tackles, 5 pressures, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss. He was all over the field.
Another all-pro season?
When are we going to admit?
Stop saying we.
When are we going to admit
He's an ageless
that Bobby Wagner being bad and overrated and lost is a horrendous take? When are we going to come to grips?
It aged poorly.
Because we came into the season saying he was overrated.
It was just the coverage. You just have to get past coverage. I'm with you. He's not what he was, but he's still like a really good run defender. Could get downhill.
He made All-Pro, right?
He did.
He's made All-Pro every year since he said it.
The PR is unbelievable.
What?
The PR is unbelievable.
He was legitimately great for Washington last season.
That's one of the ones you got to just take to the grave.
Defensive Player of the Week is Jordan Davis.
Okay, like that.
Big run stop on
like what
fourth
you're doing.
down.
He's winning over Philadelphia.
He has
fans.
to.
You know, he
2
literally
field goal
has to.
blocks. You could give a lot of credit to Jalen Carter. How about those birds with Jordan Davis, big boy inside, got his conditioning right, and he looks awesome.
I hope no Philly fan falls for this.
Davis.
They're gonna fall for it.
The disrespect this man does, don't fall for it.
I mean, I'm seductive. I mean,
Seduce
next
me.
award up, Rookie of the Week.
Now, Riv, I liked your Rookie of the Week, if I'm being kind of quite honest.
Rookie of the week, my guy, Quinshon Judkins, Ohio State.
Yeah.
Big U. Yeah, I know I'm a Ohio State fan. I've been there for a year or two, been locked in. But Judkins is great. I feel like Judkins, Sampson, really good picks for the Browns. But Judkins coming back, being able to be, Fannin too.
They've had a great rookie class.
And Isaiah Bonds, when he started getting it going, I think he's going to be really good for them too. But Judkins being that guy he was in college, just being agile, speed is there, strong, physical. He had a really good week, so that's my guy.
Fannin was one of those guys I just think that people overthought. Was one of the country's leaders in receiving yards, and they just thought because he went to Bowling Green, he wasn't going to be
like the Trey McBride
translate. Yeah, fair enough. But my rookie is Quinshon Judkins. I mean, 2 weeks in a row. Last week, 10 for 60. This week, 18. If he still averages over 5 a carry, he's been excellent in his first 2 games. And honestly, he gives me star vibes.
I feel like we're sticking on the trend of running backs because Omari and Hampton was awesome.
It's really great to highlight a rookie who averaged 3.7 a carry. Just deserved.
Oh, you're not going to mention the receiving yards? You're not going to mention his
So
touchdowns?
rude.
Omari and Hampton was awesome
Over 100
for the
scrimmage.
Chargers.
That was kind of cool.
And he's going to be incredible. I love Hampton.
I got one more running back, Cam Scatterbo.
Nice.
On Monday night, Cam Scatterbo on Sunday Night Football was exceptional. 10 carries for 60 yards, 6 receptions for 60 yards. He led the team in rushing and receiving. Right now, he's 3rd in missed tackles forced per attempt and 5th in yards after contact per attempt. He looks like a star for the Giants.
Game of the week, I thought about the Ravens and Lions, and I wanted to put it here, but I thought maybe one of you would have it, so I wanted to go something else. Broncos, Chargers. Seeing Bo Nix miss all those throws. They call him Bo Picks. You call him Bo Miss. He's going to miss those throws, baby, against the top defense. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
We knew the Chargers was winning that game. We know the Broncos are frauds. We know missing the
Kind
playoffs.
of like we thought we knew that the Packers were going to win. We didn't know that Jordan Love was going to gag.
As a matter of fact, we did.
They played
because
Myles
this
Garrett.
is what he does.
They played Myles Garrett.
He gags.
Oh, but we played the Chargers
Rodgers played
defense.
Jesse
They're
Minter.
so good.
Respect.
My game of the week also was Broncos in Chargers. I feel like I look at game of the weeks.
It was a great game.
It was a great. And I look those games as the back and forths. Eagles, Rams, I get it. Big comeback. But Broncos and Chargers from start to finish was a back and forth great game. So that's my game
For the
of the
pen
week.
that I was in, I couldn't choose the Broncos and Chargers, albeit an amazing game. I'm going with the Rams and Eagles. 19-point deficit. Eagles just bared down and showed they're the better team.
Yeah, I'm with you. I went the Rams and Eagles.
Team of the week, I'm going with the Seattle Seahawks. Sam Darnold, PFF's number 1
Saints.
graded
I'm gonna be honest,
quarterback.
this is
And they
disgusting.
blew
Who
them
do you
out.
think?
And they blew them
Seattle.
The other week, the Lions blew out the Bears, and one of you guys had them as your team of the week.
Because they bounced back.
So the
Deficient game.
So the Seahawks blew out the Saints, a Saints team that kept it competitive
They played
against
the worst
in the first 2 matchups.
They played a team
by the
we
way.
know going to lose. They're not going to win a game.
They were
but guess
competitive
what?
against the Cardinals and against Mac Jones.
Seattle Seahawks team of the week.
Insane.
Torrey Horton, punt return touchdown. They got it done on all 3 phases. Special teams, offense, and defense. JSN, great.
We
Sam
do not
Darnold,
care.
I was told last year was a fluke, and he's out here. He's a number
He's
1
had
graded
6 good
passer
quarters.
according to PFF.
Played the same.
Sam
12.
Darnold is the real deal,
Yo,
and that defense
He's a
is for
PFF
real.
merchant
No,
now.
he is a
At first it was the
now.
EPA.
Now.
Oh my God.
You want to know Sam Darnold's EPA? Because that's good too.
My team of the week, obviously I could have picked Philly, but I wanted to go a different No, I lied. My team of the week is actually the Birds. I super lied. 19-point comeback. Best team in the league. Getting belt. Ended up giving belt back. Great. Jalen Hurts played great. AJ Brown played great. Jordan Davis played great. QM locked up Tay after Tay came out and said he could teach Youngblood a few things. No. QM taught him a few
Eagles
things.
are a real team of the week. They overcame adversity.
don't know what that was.
Multi-digit deficit.
that was disgusting.
Comeback win. Not the damn Seahawks against the Saints.
The Seahawks
respect.
They played great on all 3 phases. What are
Have
you
some
talking
respect.
about? Have some respect for the Seattle Seahawks. You're just mad because Sam Darnold turned around his career is now with the Jets. That's why you're mad. That's why you're mad.
That boy is sales,
That's why you're
brothers.
mad.
No. But here's another actual team of
we
the
go.
week, which I'm shocked. I get the Eagles, don't get me wrong, but it's got to be the Detroit Lions. Once again, my team of the week. Going up against the Baltimore Ravens. not the New Orleans Saints. That's for damn sure.
How about you respect Spencer Rattler? He's better than Bo Nix.
You'll never forget who kept you there.
I'll never
forget Spencer Rattler. Got it. Never forget who kept you there, brother. You were ready.
Sorry, Joel. That really got me, man. But I'm going with the Lions. You want to talk about all three phases? I mean, the offense was humming. The rush defense, the rush offense, Montgomery did whatever. Jahmyr Gibbs looked really great. Amon-Ra St. Brown proving why he is now the most underrated receiver in the league. Even if you have him in your top 10 conversations, like a guy like River Brown who put him at number 10, that's disrespectful.
Did I? Probably.
It's both what you did too.
Yeah,
it's disgusting. Nevertheless,
Yo,
this
honestly,
defense,
the only one I'm looking at wrong is BTJ.
No, that's a fact.
Everybody else,
everyone in the world
staying.
is.
Yeah, and Tyreek fake.
I Tyreek at 10.
You're
Yeah,
still taking Malik.
Malik's
Yeah,
a dog.
Malik's
His
dog.
quarterback is just
He's a
awful.
dog, but so is Amon-Ra.
They're all dogs. They're top 10 guys.
But Amon-Ra's at a different level.
There's
right now.
dogs and dogs.
No, but the thing is, Amon-Ra is a German Shepherd.
Fair.
what's league?
Fair. Are you calling Malik a
Not
poodle?
League is like a strong boxer.
Okay.
I don't know.
I feel like he's a German Shepherd too.
Yeah.
They're both Maseratis.
They're powerful dogs.
Yeah.
Both of them are powerful
Exactly.
dogs.
He's a great Dane.
Exactly. It's just like you see a German Shepherd, you're like, whoa.
For my fraud watch, I thought about putting the Broncos on here twice, but I gotta have a rule. I can't put a team twice.
No,
I
you
can't
know you
double
should put
dip.
the actual frauds, the Green Bay Packers. You thought I was going to put Bo Nix? I got your ass. It's the Green Bay
already on
Packers.
the graphic.
Because there's Well, sorry, Jess. You're going to have to go back and edit it. Because it's the Green Bay Packers. I wanted you to think that I was going to be low on Bo Nix. Obviously not. It happens to the best of them. Your boy Patrick Mahomes couldn't throw a deep ball last season. We gave him a pass. He's Patrick Mahomes. Bo Nix isn't Patrick Mahomes, but I'll tell you this. He's never going to have those blemishes ever again. It's the Green Bay Packers. You lose to the Browns. To the
Joe
Browns?
Flacco.
Joe Flacco led Browns.
They won 12 games the other year.
Jordan Love in the clutch throws a
Are we shocked at that though?
pick.
Are we shocked at that?
Wow.
I feel
That's
very
least
normal. That's
surprising
actually
thing.
the
Yeah,
normal
yeah.
of what goes on.
So yeah, no,
surprising.
let's not talk about the Broncos who are 1-2. You know, not a good record if we're being honest. Let's talk about the Green Bay Packers who's supposed to go undefeated.
Right there.
They're supposed to go undefeated.
How about let's talk about the real fraud? And it's not the Denver Broncos for a second week in a row. It's not even Bo Nix, who, I mean, we all know what he is already. It's the Houston Texans starting out 0-3, losing to the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's the real fraud. The AFC South betting odds winner for the division, now 0-3.
I put $15 on it.
For them to lose the division?
Yeah.
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
Genius.
I did this morning.
The Texans are cooked. They're frauds. The offense is one of the worst in football. Doesn't matter how good the defense is. They cannot move the ball. They can't move the ball.
There's actually nothing they can do.
Pray.
They're done.
They can
Is
pray.
that your fraud too?
Yeah.
The Texans?
If it's not a broken play to Nico Collins, I don't know how
I felt like I didn't need to say it. You guys were gonna say it for me. Yeah, Texans frauds. Yeah.
So now we have a batch of pre-recorded content, and this is going to be King of the Hill, Offensive Rookie of the Year candidates.
Okay.
I took the 8 betting odds favorite for Offensive Rookie of the Year, and I'll put them in a list to get these names to you.
Let's do it.
First matchup up, Ashton Genty versus Omarion Hampton.
Ashton Genty.
Right now, it's Hampton. I mean, neither of them are doing much, but Hampton has better numbers.
I'm sorry. I'm hating. It's Omarion.
It's definitely Omarion.
Okay, Omarion wins. Omarion Hampton versus Quinshawn Judkins.
Quinshawn Junkins.
Omarion Hampton's going to have a lot more volume, and his team's going to be winning.
Yeah, I think Junkins through 2 weeks has probably been better.
Junkins is better.
No, Judkins is better.
But I would say Hampton right now.
I'm going Junkins.
Okay,
But
we
I
have
lost.
2 for Hampton. He moves on.
I want you to know, Judkins is better.
Thank you. I'm glad you clarified that. 'Cause I thought you were with me.
Omarion Hampton versus Cam Ward.
Cam Ward.
Omarion Hampton.
I'm taking Hampton. Cam Ward has not done anything that puts him in this conversation.
Okay.
Omarion Hampton's done more. What, score more?
He's had one great game.
He's
so
had one
maybe
game.
That's it.
Ward hasn't had any.
Cam has the aura. I'm not even going to troll you.
Sure.
Hey,
He does.
Okay,
I
next
lost.
matchup up. Omarion Hampton versus Giants' new starting quarterback, Jackson Dart.
I'm going Omarion Hampton. I don't know
This
yet.
one can be interesting.
I'm going with Hampton. Dart hasn't played yet.
I'm going with Hampton. But if Dart goes and this team starts winning games,
Yeah,
they'll go with the quarterback given that schedule too. I'm going to say Hampton because Dart's played 0 games. But this one we could look back on and look dumb.
Hampton.
Omarion Hampton versus Tet McMillan.
Ted McMillan.
Ted McMillan has been the most impressive rookie skill position player so far.
Ted's giving me a little bit more consistency.
Tet McMillan versus Emeka Egbuka.
Emeka Egbuka.
I would still go with Ted. He's the number one receiver. He's getting more targets. He's getting more yards. Igbuka has the touchdown so far.
Igbuka might have 12 touchdowns.
But Ted has been more impressive week in, week out.
This is tough.
Igbuka might have 12 touchdowns at minimum.
Mike Evans going to be out.
Igbuka looks like a star, man.
Stud.
He looks
and with
crazy.
all due respect to Ted's a dog. Look at the quarterbacks. Baker's going to feed Igbuka all year.
Can you respect?
No, I'm saying Bryce going to have some stinkers.
No,
Baker don't really have stinkers.
Well, he probably can have some stinkers.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He's targeting Ted, though.
No, he is. But I'm saying he might have some stinkers.
I've just been more impressed with Ted so far.
Watch it.
Igbuka's been awesome, but Ted, some of the catches he makes.
You've been more
Igbuka
impressed
had a
with-
crazy one-handed catch.
You've been more
That's
impressed.
what I'm saying.
You've been more impressed with a top 7 pick doing top 7 pick stuff?
I mean,
They're both
was
first
like 20,
rounders.
Like 21 or something.
Buka's look like number 1.
I'm going with Ted Aroa, but damn, this one's close.
This is, I'm sick of this shit.
So we have 2 for Ted.
I'm Ted.
I know me and Joel are glazing each other.
You guys are
last
doing a whole lot
matchup
of
up.
back horsing.
Ted McMillan versus Tyler Warren.
I'm going with Ted Aroa.
I'm going
but
with Ted.
Tyler has been.
Shit don't matter what I
overly-
say at this point.
Tyler Warren's been awesome.
Tyler Warren. I would have won Tyler
You
Warren.
just want to go against us. Just want to go against us.
I did cap. I did cap. Because, bro, they keep saying they go first, and then they outvote me. It's like, all right.
We'll start letting you go first, Riv.
It don't even matter.
over.
I know what y'all gonna say.
We're going to get nasty now because this next short is going to be about Travis Kelce. How many tight ends right now are better than Travis Kelce? I got a
6.
list of names.
Oh.
Okay.
Don't give me a number. Just
Sorry.
say yes or no to whatever name I mention.
Right
Mark-
now.
Yes, right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Today. Watch this.
Mark Andrews.
No. That one game was lit, though.
Give me
but-
Markey.
No.
Who's better?
His first 2 games was nuts. No.
I'm taking Andrews.
I'm taking
taking
Kelce. Andrews did nothing for 2 weeks.
Like 3 receptions combined.
Kelsey hasn't done much either. But
Better than what Andrews gave us. I ain't gonna lie, Andrews gave us.
Andrews was.
Last
he
night
was,
he was
6
awesome.
for 90. He was
Come on,
awesome.
please.
No, last night he put on a legendary performance.
I don't think Kelce has one of those in his bag anymore.
Probably not.
Legitimate.
You might not.
I'm going Kelsey still.
Really?
Okay.
We're going Kelce.
I think so.
No, you pick your own.
I'm not mad at it though.
Next name, David Njoku.
David Njoku.
Last time
David.
you're going first.
David. David.
Njoku's not even that
I
difficult.
don't know
to
what
say.
happened. Njoku.
And Njoku's not getting the looks like he was last season. I think partly because Fannon's there. But I think if the Chiefs could add Njoku to this offense
It's
over
up.
Kelce, they're doing it in a heartbeat.
It's up in the stuck.
Excuse me. That's tough to say, honestly. Njoku hasn't been the best version of himself this season either. I think I'll go Kelce here, but it's close.
Njoku's
Zach-
better than Mark Andrews.
Blocking for
Njoku.
sure, but
I don't know. It's close.
It is.
Next name, Zach Ertz.
I'll take Kelce.
Come on.
I'm not answering that.
It's Kelsey.
Eagles legend. Zach
Eagles legend.
Ertz.
Right.
He's with the Commanders. I
Okay.
care less about him.
Next name up, Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry.
He's been
Right
tall.
now?
I was on the right side of history.
No,
Hunter
he
Henry's
has
better than
awesome.
Kelce?
He's
You said
been
right now. You said
awesome.
right now. I'm going Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry.
Then Travis?
Statistically, he's been one of the best tight ends in football.
You're going with Hunter Henry
He's
over Travis.
cooking.
Kelsey
My
has no
goodness.
juice. It sucks. He was a legend, but he's done.
He's cooking.
Next name up, Jawan Johnson.
Jawan Johnson.
Easy.
Over Travis Kelce?
It's not fair.
We live in 2025.
Jawan gets used so different. He's basically a slot, but Jawan has more juice. He's a better receiver right now than Kelsey.
Next name, TJ Hawkinson.
Ooh, give me Travis Kelce.
Hawkinson's comes from an injury.
Yeah, he looks
Looks a little slower.
He hasn't looked the same.
Yeah,
I'm
give
gonna
me,
still take Hawk.
I'm gonna go Kelce.
Respectfully, if you have any athletic ability right
Yeah.
now, I'm taking you
I'm
over
with you.
Travis
I'm going.
Kelce.
Of course, they're with each other. I'm going Kelsey. This is ridiculous.
Dallas Goddard.
Give me Dallas. I'm not thinking
I'll
twice
take
about
Goddard.
it.
I guess I would take Goddard.
What do you-
He never really wowed me just as a player.
Yeah, he's
That's
always
fair,
been
that's
just
fair.
fine.
He's
Yeah,
really
I
good.
mean-
He's really good.
Is he?
He's really good.
I'll take your word for it.
He is good.
And last name, Jake Ferguson.
Give me Ferguson.
First of all,
I'll take Fergie.
I'll take Ferguson. Harold Fannin, that's his name. Take
Yeah,
him
yeah,
too.
yeah, I'll
we
take
can go. Shit. Kyle Pitts. We can go. We can keep going.
2025 Kyle Pitts. I don't hate it.
We
I don't
can
hate
like
the take. I don't love
anybody.
it. I don't love it,
Anybody
but-
with a good athleticism and some juice. Cole Kmet looked good. I might think
Donkey
about that.
King?
We're here.
No, Kincaid?
Yeah, he's been good.
Tyler Warren.
Yes.
Easy.
Come on, bro.
You didn't name obvious ones, and I respect you for that.
No, I
Cody.
named tougher ones maybe. I wanted to see
Yeah, because we're
where
taking
you guys are
McBride,
at.
Sam
Bowers,
Laporta,
Kraft,
of course.
Laporta,
Yeah, yeah,
all of those guys.
Of course. And we're
Kelsey's
gonna
like
do
a bottom 10 tight end.
We're going to do another player comparison. This is going to be a would you rather.
Oh, no. You said bottom 10?
But Mark Andrews isn't better than him. He's bottom 10, but we're taking
Mark right there.
Mark Andrews.
Yo, Mark had like 4 receptions, 12 yards.
Isaiah Likely or Travis Kelce?
Isaiah Likely. Comfortably.
Disrespect
Comfortably
on a
Isaiah
legend.
I like Likely. I like him a lot.
It's a shame he's been hurt this year.
Yeah, I like him a lot. Until he plays, I ain't gonna say nothing.
No, I'm taking Likely.
Give me one game. If he puts one game up, I'm taking him over Kelce.
All right, now next up, fellas, this is a Would You Rather Baker Mayfield edition.
Okay,
One
I've
of the
been waiting
most
on this.
underrated quarterbacks in the NFL, playing at a very, very high level. First name up, Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
Okay, Jalen Hurts.
Respectfully, Jalen Hurts.
Next name up, Kyler Murray.
Baker Mayfield.
Kyler Murray.
We have to give up.
I'm done.
Okay, thank you. It's over.
Not done
It's
with
over.
him. We're not done with him. I'm not done with K1.
Oh, what are we doing?
I'm done saying
What did he say
Baker's not better than K1.
Oh, okay.
He is.
So he is done.
No. It's just
with
Baker's
that,
here.
Just that one-on-one.
Baker's here.
K1. We know
He's
why.
sticking to his guns. I like
respect
it.
Yeah, he sucks.
What?
Sorry.
What did he just say?
Justin Fields guy.
Cook him.
Next name up,
Justin Fields.
C.J. Stroud.
Baker Mayfield.
CJ Stroud.
There's nothing he does.
We're just
better.
going off vibes, I guess. I mean, vibes and aura, it's Kyler and Stroud, sure. Baker Mayfield's a better quarterback.
Wait. So
That's gotta be something.
Wait, so when you do it, it's okay. But when I do it, it's a problem.
What I do?
When you do vibes with your bum ass Jets, it's all cool and collected. But when I do it with my favorite players, it's a problem. Yes, I am picking CJ Stroud all vibes.
It's fair.
That's real. He's sticking to his guns.
Now
Next
I'm
name
gonna
up,
pick off ability.
Trevor Lawrence.
Now I can do it. Baker Mayfield.
is
Baker
better.
Mayfield comfortably by a lot.
Baker Mayfield.
Trevor Lawrence.
This is
I-
actually
yeah.
this is the biggest gap so far.
I wish Baker had Trevor's height. That'd make it like really dope.
That would be, oh my God.
Yeah.
He'd be probably top.
He'd be what
10
Trevor
quarterback.
would have been.
Maybe.
Geno Smith.
Oh God, Baker Mayfield. Gino's been awful all
Baker
year.
by a lot.
Baker comfortably.
And this might be the toughest
Geno
one yet.
Smith.
It's the last
Smithian.
name on the list. It's Baker versus Dakota Rain
I
Prescott.
knew it was going to be Dak.
Oh, this is Dak.
I'm going Dak.
This is comfortably Dak for me.
They're right in the same tier.
I think Dak's a few spots ahead of him. Dak is awesome.
Dak is awesome.
Dak's pretty incredible. Baker's
Baker
incredible.
is fucking nice.
He is nice.
Playoff game. Who do you want playing in that
Neither.
game?
Dak.
No, it's pretty comfy. Baker.
Give me Dak.
That dude has balls of steel. And
Neither.
you know what? I'm going with Baker Mayfield.
You guys need to do some homework.
Neither. I don't want neither one of them in a playoff game.
I mean, look what he did against the Eagles last
Are you
time they matched
taking
up.
Our team
Baker,
was dog
Dak,
shit.
or Jordan Love?
Honestly, do I want to shit or a fart in the playoffs?
Damn, you really like you're putting me in a tough position.
Yes.
Wildcat all game?
Yo, you're not gonna win either way. I don't know. I'll take Baker
You're
for
going
the
to take
fun.
this level of
I
disrespect?
mean, he's going to be wrong. Obviously, Jordan Love is the man.
Is he?
Man,
Yeah,
at
he's
what?
the man.
He's handsome. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he has a nice smile,
good-
nice,
yep,
nice
does
look like you.
haircut, nice size. He's big, he's thick. He's
You,
nice
you
quarterback.
actually don't know that. He could have a little man down there.
I wouldn't bank on it.
I would.
Wouldn't bank on it. Feels nuts.
Everything that was just said was nuts.
A legend this past weekend just rose up the ranks. Aaron Rodgers, 4th all-time in an all-time passing touchdowns list, only behind Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, and Drew Brees. I want you guys to try to name me the 10 receivers that have caught the most touchdowns from Aaron
Can I
Rodgers.
say this real quick before we start? He's one of the worst quarterbacks in football. I want you to know
PFF,
that.
35th
Why don't you
quarterback.
respect
No, like, legitimately,
how great
like,
Aaron
watching
Rodgers
him play
has
is
been?
exhausting.
2-1, winning record, contributing to
Is
winning.
that your team?
Respect
Is that your
Aaron
team?
Rodgers. No, he's a Packer legend. I'm gonna stand up for the Packers. He's a Packers legend.
Yeah.
Respect Aaron Rodgers.
All right, Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams is on this list. He's number 1.
Jordy Nelson.
Jordy Nelson is number 2.
Randall Cobb.
Randall Cobb is number 3.
Greg Jennings.
Greg Jennings is number 5.
Are you scared?
If Greg was not there,
He scared the hell out of me.
Thrown up.
Donald Driver.
Donald Driver is number 7.
Please stop doing that.
What's the threshold we got to get to? What's the minimum?
That's a great question.
11 passing touchdowns.
Lazard?
Lazard is not here.
That's not a bad answer.
Played for a while.
It gets dark after this, I feel like.
What tight end?
11.
What tight ends? Mercedes Lewis?
Mercedes Lewis is not here.
Who was the tight end before him?
I was trying to think. Who?
Dude, I actually can't think of the guy that caught a ton of touchdowns that one year, and then he kind of
Tonyan. Robert Tonyan.
Robert Tonyan is on this list.
That's who I was asked. That's what I was thinking of.
How many names you got left?
Aaron Jones?
Aaron Jones is on this list. He's number 10.
Cooking, bro.
No, carry us. I mean, I'm cool to get carried.
How many names do we have left?
Did you mention Alan Lazard?
Yes,
he did.
He is on this list.
Yeah. Oh, he was.
Oh,
Yeah, he's on this list.
Crazy, bro.
So you have Devontae Adams, Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb, James Jones, Greg Jennings,
We didn't say James
Alan.
Jones.
Oh, wow.
Shout out.
My goodness. Okay. Alan Lazard, Donald Driver, Robert Tonyan, Aaron Jones. You have one name left.
Go James Jones.
Double James Jones, my bad. I'm bugging. Robert Tonyan, Aaron Jones.
I'm bugging.
One more name.
What year he played? What time frame?
He played on the Super Bowl winning
Jared-
team.
Okay, not Jared Cook. Played on the Super Bowl team.
Ryan Grant, running back. Is that
I
his
don't
name?
hate that.
Ryan Grant.
No. It's not a running back.
Not a running back.
Wide
okay.
receiver?
No.
Tight
Tight
end?
end.
Yes.
Oh. I'm shot on tight ends, bro.
He was
Jermichael
awesome.
Finley.
There it is.
Jermichael Finley.
Yo, Dehls.
The 10 players Aaron Rodgers has thrown the most touchdowns to: Devontae Adams, Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb, James Jones, Greg Jennings, Alan Lazard, Donald Driver, Jermichael Finley, Robert Tonyan, and Aaron Jones.
Yeah, Tonyan had basically that in a season.
Yeah, so he had 10 in 1 year, I think, right?
Yeah, he was a Pro Bowler that year too. Now, I want you guys to tell me if you're confident in these 2024 quarterbacks or not long term. How many quarterbacks from the 2024 class are you confident in? Caleb Williams.
Confident.
I'm confident that he'll have a 10+ year career.
I'm very confident.
What does that mean? You think he's not going to be a franchise quarterback for the Bears?
Why we go to that assumption? I just said
I
10+
don't
year
know.
career.
It didn't sound like you weren't like sure. Because
No,
10
I
plus,
feel like
it was a
you can
very
get better
odd,
with
It sounded
accuracy.
like a subliminal.
it was
That's
a
how
very
it sounded.
odd specific number.
I don't know. Sometimes you just say that a player is going to have a 10+ year
Usually
career. And
when-
that should
that's
usually mean
usually
good things.
positive.
No, but
Carson
usually-
Wentz is going to have a 10+ year career.
When you say
It's
like
a lot of backups.
That's a great.
Yeah.
That's a
Tyrod
great
Taylor has having a
counter.
10+ year career.
what's the dude?
Jay Cutler?
No, Jay Johnson. James
James
Johnson.
Johnson.
Yeah.
Josh Johnson.
Josh Johnson. He's 18 years. Locked. Backup. Whole life.
I'm very, very confident in Caleb Williams. 10+ years, Bears franchise quarterback. He's going to set all the records. He's going to be great.
What
I'm
he
very
said.
confident in him as well.
What he said.
I'm very confident in Caleb Williams. That's Caleb, baby.
Are you
Drake
a Bears
May.
fan now too?
I've never been more confident in a quarterback in my life.
I'm all in on Drake. Never wavered. That's the guy.
He's awesome, man.
You know, they also don't remember on draft night that I said I would drop my nudes for the Broncos to draft him.
Yo, when Buffalo and the Dolphins were playing and Dolphins were winning, and you were like, "I'll drop a pick of rib." What pick were you talking about?
I just said I'm dropping River Brown.
Yeah, like, what was that?
All
bro?
I said I'm dropping River Brown on the TL.
Yeah, I was shocked, bro. I was just like, "Why he tweet me, bro?"
Could have been anything.
I'd have gave you a nude.
I think who said
I'm
won't
all in
happen.
on Drake May. He's awesome. He's playing awesome with subpar
Nothing.
weapons. Literally.
Yeah, man.
Literally.
Can we respect Keishawn Butte? Can we respect Hunter Henry?
Look who
Can
you're
we respect-
naming.
Dude.
What the fuck?
Yes. Look at who you're naming.
Keishawn Butte was going to be a first-round pick if he didn't get injured.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
Did you
Hunter
guys
Henry
see,
is an NFL pro.
Did you guys see Travion Henderson's rush chart?
Yeah.
It's all left side.
It's basically get away from TJ Watt. I think that was the game plan.
Yeah, I'm in. He's cool.
Jaden Daniels.
all in. Yeah,
All in.
This is an all pro player.
Confident.
25-year
Future Hall of Famer.
great player.
Michael Penix.
Ooh,
I'm not confident. These first 3 games have looked ugly. 30-0 against the Panthers. That should raise some alarms.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm out. And I said this week 1 versus the Buccaneers. I did not think he looked good, and a lot of the chatter was that he looked great. He didn't. In week 2, it was really the Bijan show. In week 3, they got embarrassed. I'm out.
I'm out too. I don't think he's that good.
I'm not confident in Penix either. Bo Nix.
Come on, that is my franchise quarterback. And I'll be dead before I turn on him.
I'm in until Drew's dead.
Respect.
I think I have to be in because of Sean Payton. I don't think Bo Nix is ever going to be anything special, but I think as long as Sean
You're
Payton's
taking
there,
an easy way
That's
out.
such a bro.
Yeah.
Are you in or are you out?
Are you in on the player? Are you confident in the player?
I'm out on the player. I'm in on him in the situation.
Yeah, you honest to God make me fucking sick.
I mean, he has one of the best head coaches, one of the best offensive lines. Playing like shit.
What were you saying preseason? I'm a Bo fan.
I had to. I took him in fantasy. I had to be. Now he plays like shit, and I wish I wasn't.
The
The
minute
fantasy.
I saw him go onto your team, I knew he was fucking doomed.
I mean, it's obvious. This is like probably the guy I'm least confident in.
You're
here.
a Jordan Love fan.
He's way better than Bo Nix.
What is that saying?
A lot. He's way better than him.
I guess that's a compliment to Bo
The
Nix, I
Broncos
guess.
would be contenders if they had Jordan Love right now. Stamped.
What do we be?
He's stamped.
I don't think I'd be mad at it.
JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, literally, the Packers really have everything, and they're barely well said. They literally have everything.
Just stringing them all.
They got a better offensive line than the Broncos.
No,
Ooh,
they don't.
They got a better receiving core. It's probably similar.
Literally, Sutton is the best of all of them, though.
they have the better number one. You guys probably have the better 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, they got a lot.
They got the
of
better
guys.
tight end. They got the running back.
Get Jordan Love an elite receiver. Let's see.
I'll be honest, the situation is so much better over there.
For sure.
Who are we doing?
And you got
JJ.
no, we don't have Sean Payton. We just Matt LaFleur.
Yeah.
Jordan Love will make out contenders. Literally.
Once
He
again,
barely made the Packers contenders.
What do you mean?
They became
You know who made them contenders?
Micah
fucking Parsons.
that guy.
Because that's
so
a game
good.
changer. That's an actual game changer.
That's a real guy.
But that's not, of
Game
course,
changer.
you know, it's a Hall of Famer
That's
first
a
ballot.
man.
First ballot.
That's a man.
No, for sure. We got to respect him. A
man.
literal Hall of Famer. He's amazing.
Next name, JJ McCarthy.
Out. I'm done.
I'm
Sorry.
I
I got to start cutting ties with players. I'm way too kind. You guys
too kind
realize
to the
that?
mid players.
I'm done.
You gotta stop,
No,
man.
you got to start showing me something quick.
So why aren't you done with Knicks?
Oh,
Bo Nix
shit.
literally threw the second most passing touchdowns for a rookie in NFL history.
Nobody cares.
I'm around this shit. I'm in.
Would that be actually a franchise record for the Jets?
Damn, he's not just fan no
Packers
more.
fan.
You're hurting Dehls. You're hurting
Yeah, I don't
Dehls.
know.
That's on
Friendly
Name it.
fire.
No,
Friendly fire is
Because
crazy.
whatever he does, you can't escape it, pal.
As long as Jet is in, I'm in.
Cop out.
100%.
No, what? Yeah, that's disgusting. Keep the same energy. Are you in or you out?
I think I'm out.
I said I'm in though.
You're in.
I'm
Why?
in because I feel like JJ McCarthy has insane elite traits.
Let's hear them.
Insane elite traits.
Just put some words together and just came out.
I didn't think he was gonna say let's hear him. I thought he was just gonna let me go.
No. You can't say some shit like that and think we're just gonna
Insane
slide by.
elite traits. You're sounding like he's.
I don't know if he has
Jaden
a
Daniels.
single insane elite trait.
No, he does. He's mobile.
He's not insanely mobile. He's just mobile.
He can see really good on his left side.
What?
He's cooking.
That's the one side he can really
I actually
see.
think it's
He
the
can
right
see-
No,
side.
it would be the right.
He
The
can
right
see
side he can
half the
see.
field really well.
Really,
now-
like
That
a
means
special.
he can't see the field well at
Okay,
all. Then,
all right,
brother.
boom. He has a championship. College.
Fair enough. Champion.
We're back.
So now, when does Spencer Rattler come into this conversation?
You tell me.
Are you a Saints fan now?
How confident are we in Spencer Rattler?
I'm out.
For where he was drafted in the 5th round, he's gonna be special for a 5th round pick.
He's better than Tyler Shuck.
Yeah, he is better than him.
I was
For sure.
27 years
He'd
old
be
when
the
I
Jets'
found
best
out.
quarterback.
He's not better than Fields or
He's
Tyrod.
not better than Tyrod.
Or Fields.
Please respect.
I didn't know he was on that show. I saw him. I was watching the show the other day, the Last Chance U show.
Yes.
And I was like, yo, Spencer.
That
I
show
didn't know he
actually
was on that
made
show.
me not like him.
For real? Yeah,
But
he's an asshole in that show.
He's matured a lot though.
Yeah.
Like when I've listened to interviews and stuff.
Are
he's
you
like
like
a good guy?
Are you in?
I like Rattler.
He's been. I'm not gonna lie, bro. For the last few weeks, he's been kind of glazing.
I think Spencer Rattler is gonna be good.
Is this your new quarterback?
I like Spencer Rattler.
better than Bo Nix.
I think he will be better than Bo Nix long term. Absolutely.
Is
How
he
old
better
is-
than Bo Nix
how old
right
is
now?
he?
Yes or no?
Yeah, I think the Broncos will be better if they have
25?
Spencer Rattler.
25.
I'm gonna be transparent when I say this.
Go to hell.
You're out of your mind.
Look at the EPA per play. He's better already.
Here we
Let's
go.
do it.
In a worse
24.
offense.
You want me to look at it?
No.
All right. Because I can find other things
He
that we
turns
can.
25 in a couple weeks. 25.
He's a little old.
Rattler is talented. He was supposed to be like a top 5 pick.
Now I remember the hype. Wait, he went to Oklahoma?
Yeah.
I remember the hype.
And then he went to South Carolina.
Ooh.
Awful situation. And
Not
you
the
know,
game.
The situation he picked.
Yeah.
I feel like
It
college
was,
is,
it was an awful
like
situation. for sure.
for people in college to be like awful situation, but you pick there, it's kind of like,
Yeah, you got paid.
yeah, like dude.
I just
You
don't
got
think you
paid under
can.
the
You
rug.
can't fail with a name is Rattler.
His name's not that good.
I think it's
Spencer
really
Rattler,
good. Spencer
it's
Rattler.
okay.
It just rolls off the tongue. Rattler.
He seems like a wrestler.
This gets me animated.
He doesn't sound like a football player.
He does though.
Ah,
He's Rattler.
Spencer?
Spencer.
Rattler.
Spencer James.
Who?
All American. You ever watch the show?
He's actually terrible. It's just a show.
In the show, he wasn't terrible though.
No, he actually got cut from the NFL. The real player. His last name's not James. Like pig something. Like something.
Oh,
like
okay.
that.
I had no
he
idea.
actually has an awful name. No offense to him.
All right, this is the last thing we're gonna be doing,
Yeah, please.
and the last thing we're gonna be doing
Yo, me
is
I bet I get blazing, I think. Are you down with that?
it's heavy food at this late.
I haven't had dinner.
That's
If
real.
you get blazing, I'll get blazing.
This is gonna be the last thing we talk about.
I don't know.
Riff can't stop talking. Talk about this later.
I'm sorry.
My goodness.
I'm sorry.
This is the last
Celebration.
thing we'll
We
mention,
have work tomorrow.
We do.
and that is that Thursday Night Football, Splash Sports, our quick picks.
Let's do it.
For the Seahawks and Cardinals game. Sam Darnold, more than 231.5 passing plus rushing yards. He is PFF's #1 graded quarterback in the NFL right now. He has a bunch of big-time throws. He's a big-arm quarterback. The Cardinals have injuries in that secondary. JSN is going to run wild. And Torrey Horton is a sleeper.
Breakout player of the year.
And Trey Benson, new starting running back for the Cardinals. I'm going less than 86.5 rushing plus receiving yards facing an elite Seahawks defensive front. I don't think he's going to have a big day rushing.
Love that.
What do you guys think, fellas?
I'm with you. I think the first one, the James Conner news was tough. It was really tough.
Get well soon.
Arizona, Seattle. We saw those last year games. It's going to be a tough, gritty, disgusting game. We can see some ugly offenses going down. I'm with that. I like that. The Sam Darnold one, little funny, but Trey Benson, I'm all the way in.
I might take every single dollar I have to my name and put it on that under for Trey Benson. Seattle's going to lock that up.
And if you guys want to play on Splash Sports, you can. Use code PICKAS, PICKAS. They will match your $50 deposit. And that's going to do it for this episode of the Pick a Side podcast. Thank you guys for watching. NFL Week 3 recap. Can't wait to be back here for NFL Pick'em.
Big Monday night game next week.
Oh, big game.
Miami Jets.
Wow. You got me.
Rivalry is old as time.
Oh, doesn't the Bengals play next week too?
Yeah,
doubleheader?
doubleheader.
That's a worse doubleheader.
Yeah, Miami
ever.
Jets and Denver, Cincinnati is pretty
Broncos?
brutal. Not gonna lie.
If Joe was playing, it would have been lit. The game would have been fire.
It's true. That was one of the best games of the season last year.
But that's going to do it for this episode. You guys can follow us on Twitter at PickASide Pod, on Instagram and TikTok at PickASide Podcast. If you guys want to join our Week 4 NFL Pick'em contest on Splash, you can. The link is going to be in the bio below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.